and we're going to need him to be tremendous again today.
Well, he's been tremendous in 2 previous games against USC, averaging 23 points and 20 rebounds per game against the Trojans. That's an outrageous number. What is it that's allowed him to play so well in these games against USC?
I think he's been really aggressive. Like he's exerted his force on the game. Like the last time at home, it was for 40 minutes. Where I thought down there, like he didn't play very good in the first half. Which is crazy. He still had 29 and 16, but the second half he just completely dominated, knocked down shots. But we need that aggressiveness from him tonight. We need him to knock down some threes. Because when he does, it opens up everything for us. And when he's aggressive, it seems like everything opens up for our other players.
One guy that I know would love to have big games against the Trojans is Wesley Yates. A guy that played at USC last year. It seemed like he kind of struggled in the 2 games against USC. Your successful games have always kind of had 3 primary scorers, and you're going to get what you get out of Zoom. You're going to get what you get out of Hannes. How big would it be to see Wesley kind of step up and be that 3rd primary scorer in a game like today?
Yeah, it'd be huge. Anytime, especially when you're knocking down threes, that we need him and Kamari to knock down shots. And Wesley, he's been getting great looks for a long time, and we got to start knocking them down because it opens up everything in the games. Like Rutgers, he opened up the game. He had 2 open threes, knocked them both down, and that's when we built our lead and won that game. And so, I think it's going to be tonight, and it's only a matter of time. He works his butt off in the gym. He's always getting shots up, and and if somebody deserves it, it's him. So hopefully he can knock down his first couple and get that confidence going and carry it through the game.
Always interesting in a tournament atmosphere where, the rims feel like they've got their backdrop a million miles away and you're not used to playing in it. Always interesting to see who comes out playing hot early. Early in the season, you guys were falling behind in the first half. Second half of the year, you guys had the better first half than your opponents. Any trick to trying to start tournament basketball with a hot start? No, I always think shooting's contagious. It just really is. Like you got to get somebody to step up and knock a couple down early, and kind of relax everybody, and then it just like free throws. Like everybody sees them going through the net, and then it just gets contagious. And so hopefully we can knock some down early and really get on a roll. Speaking of contagious free throws, you were perfect 16 of 16 at the line in Eugene. How important is it to be the bigger aggressor today and get your guys some opportunities at the stripe? Yeah,
we have to, especially against USC. Like they're really good. They're one of the best teams in the country at getting to the free throw line. So we have to do a great job of keeping them off the line, like guarding them without fouling, which I thought we did a really good job of at our place. Even though they shot 25 free throws, I thought, in reality, they probably should have only shot 18. But we did a really good job guarding that game, and we're going to have to continue to do that tonight. We're going to have to change up defenses, trying to keep them off balance and keep them out of the paint.
USC might be the coldest team in the Big Ten coming into this tournament. They were clearly in the field of 68 about 4 weeks ago. Now they've lost 7 in a row. They have kind of limped their way to the finish line here. I'm curious because you saw them a week ago. They still have tons of talent. In the midst of this slump, you got to see how tough they could be for 30 minutes before you turned it on at the end. What are your concerns with USC?
Just their athleticism and their aggressiveness. The Ezra, Kofi, Arenas, the Cam Woods, Jordan Martin, they're really, really aggressive, always trying to draw fouls. And so, we have to be, that's where you have to be careful. You can't let them score 25 points at the free throw line because they're going to make shots and they're going to get going in transition. And that's how you have to beat them, is keep them out of the paint, keep them off the line. But their aggressiveness is what you have to match.
Any other keys to trying to advance?
Make shots. We got to make some shots, man, and make some shots and rebound to basketball, and that's what it's about this time of year.
All right, good luck, Coach.
You bet. Go Dogs.
At Banner Bank, we're big Husky fans, so we want you to know you can win big every day at Banner with the award-winning financial services you deserve from people you can trust. Visit any Banner Bank branch or find us at bannerbank.com and see why Banner Bank was named one of America's best regional banks by Newsweek and one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for the 8th year in a row. Banner Bank. Game-changing service, no trick plays. Banner Bank. Member FDIC.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're a UW fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to Husky Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and Husky Mobile contributes to UW Athletics every time you pay your monthly bill. No contract, no hidden fees, no reason to wait. Switch now to the only phone plan built for Husky Nation and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit GoHuskyMobile.com. That's GoHuskyMobile.com.
UW-Medicine is the only health system in Washington where a top-rated medical school and a research powerhouse are directly connected to your care. That means the doctors caring for you are the same people advancing medical research and teaching the next generation of outstanding physicians. From wellness checks to complex surgeries, we're committed to providing you with the best care every day. UW-Medicine, a higher degree of healthcare.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Husky basketball in the Big Ten tournament.
A third three. He's hot. He's on fire.
On the Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
Okay, so the other day I caught myself watching one of those Sunset Chevrolet commercials on TV. I just love those things. Anyway, I wondered who really is the #1 volume Chevrolet dealer in Washington State and why. So I picked up my smartphone, because it's smart, and I asked Siri. She knows everything, right? And here's what she said.
Sunset Chevrolet in Sumner, Washington consistently ranks as Washington State's #1 Chevrolet dealership by sales volume. It's mainly because of exclusive customer benefits like warranty protection for life and oil changes for life. High customer satisfaction and a vast inventory are also responsible. Sunset Chevrolet has held this top position for nearly 2 decades by focusing on customer loyalty through these unique added value programs, longevity and consistency. That's why Sunset Chevrolet is #1.
So Siri, why would anyone get a new Chevrolet anywhere else when the prices, invoices, and MSRPs are all about the same at every Chevy dealership?
Sorry, I have no idea.
Tell you what, go to Siri, Alexa, or whoever you go to for these questions and ask them the same question. You'll see what I mean. It's true. You just get more at Sunset, and people do like that.
Everybody take pride in making their teammate better.
Picked off by Yates. 2-on-1 to the front court. Yates finger rolls it in. Pick to Diallo. Angles in from the left side. Gets to the rim. Layup. Good.
We have to screen for each other, pass to each other when we're open.
Rattles around. No good. Grab by Steinbach. Layup. Good. And the foul. Hannes Steinbach lets out a roar.
And when you do that, usually you make yourself look better.
It's game time on the Washington Sports Network from Learfield. Let's go courtside for all the action. Alongside Jason Hamilton, here's the voice of the Huskies, Tony Castricone.
Live from Chicago's United Center, it's the 2026 Big Ten Conference Tournament. Today, the Washington Huskies, as the 12th seed of the Big Ten's tournament, take on the 13 seed USC Trojans after the Dogs have already beaten USC a couple times earlier this year. Jason Hamilton, let's get your dog of the game, brought to you by Simply Seattle. During March Madness, Simply Seattle's got your Huskies gear ready for tip-off. Officially licensed hats, t-shirts, outerwear, and more. Find them at U-Village or online at simplyseattle.com. Get in the game.
Well, you think if Hannes Steinbach in that last outing against USC with 22 points and 24 rebounds was something, you know that USC is going to try and stop that. They're going to double. They're going to try to keep him off the glass. They're going to do everything to stop him. He's not going to be my guy. That being said, you still expect a double-double out of him. For me, it's Kimari Peterson. Back near home, Gary, Indiana, right around the lake. This is a huge opportunity, especially against a USC team that we expect to play zone, but Washington's going to have to make some threes, and Kimari Peterson's got to be a key to that.
Yeah, I love that. Kimari is a kid that is starting to heat up a little bit from the outside over the last 4 games, 9 of 21 from downtown, including some big ones on the road against Oregon. And if you're looking for a runner-up, maybe former Trojan Wesley Yates can break out of a little bit of a slump against his former team.
Well, he's going to need to. I mean, this Washington team has to have a viable third scorer That's why I did pick Kimari. But for Wesley Yates, if he can be a penetrator, Tony, if he can get to the rim, get fouled, I like that for him initially as opposed to just starting out shooting threes. And, of course, as I say that, watch him come out and make one or two early. But Washington needs another bona fide threat besides Zoom Diallo and Hannes Steinbach here to win today.
All right, we will get you your starting lineups in the opening tip-off from the second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament, live from Chicago, when we continue after this from T-Mobile.
Introducing Family Freedom from T-Mobile. We'll pay off 4 phones up to $3,200 and give you 4 free phones, all on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/familyfreedom. Up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days. Free phones via 24 monthly bill credits with finance agreement. Example, Apple iPhone 16, 128 gigs, $829.99. Eligible trade-in. Example, iPhone 11 Pro. For well-qualified, credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us.
Ready for a getaway? Escape to Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. Hit the gaming floor for the most exciting games and entertainment the Pacific Northwest has to offer. When you're ready to refuel, enjoy a world-class steak at Whiskey Prime Steakhouse or sip an award-winning craft brew from 210 Brewing Company. Keep the fun rolling at Strikers, our 16-lane bowling alley, then wind down and relax in luxury in one of our deluxe hotel rooms. Proud sponsors of UW Athletics, where the dogs play. Find your unforgettable experience at Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. We're closer than you think.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Your home for Husky hoops.
Down 3, swish! Gets to the rim, draws the foul, kissed it home +1.
The Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Ready for tip-off for the second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament. 12-seed Washington battling 13-seed USC for the third time this year. Let's get to the starting lineups for today's game. For the Trojans that'll be playing the role of road team today, Cam Woods, a 6'1 senior guard, dropped 33 in a game earlier this year at Iowa. His numbers are down recently, 6.8 a game over the last 6. He leads the team in assists at 4 per contest. On the wings, Ryan Cornish will get the start. He was first-team All-Ivy League at Dartmouth last year, averaging 17 points per game, but he hasn't even played in a handful of games down the stretch, only averaging 2 points a contest, is struggling from the outside at 31%. Elijah Arenas, the son of Gilbert, 6'6 freshman guard, averaging 15 a game, will be on the other wing with Seattle native Jacob Kofi in the post next to Ezra Asar, who's 5th in the nation in free throw rate, a guy that is really good at both scoring and rebounding, top 20 in the Big Ten in both those categories. For the Washington Huskies, Zoom Diallo running the point. He's 12th in the conference in assists per game and 17th in scoring. On the wings, Kimari Peterson, as Jason alluded to, from the Chicagoland area. Probably a dream of his to play at the United Center. He's opposite Wesley Yates on the other wing, who is just 3 of 27 from the outside over the last 3 games. Hannes Steinbach maybe having the strongest close to the season of anybody in the Big Ten Conference over the last 4 games has been sensational. Lathan Somerville, the 2024 runner-up for Illinois' Mr. Basketball, Peoria native, he is starting in the post as well. Huskies led by head coach Danny Sprinkles, second year on Montlake, and it's the second year in Los Angeles for Eric Musselman, head coach of the Trojans. Ball brought to center circle. Hannes Steinbach opposite Ezra Czar, and the Trojans in their road Cardinal jerseys and gold lettering will control the opening tap against the white-clad Huskies. Woods has the ball at the right point, gives it to Czar, now gets it back. Woods angles his way to the right elbow. Terminates the dribble, lobs inside for Czar, busted up by Steinbach and stolen by Diallo under the basket.
Yeah, nice job defensively to start this ball game for Washington, covering all angles, getting a hand on it, and going back the other way now for the Dogs.
Early turnover for USC as the Dogs bring the ball up the floor from left to right. Wesley Yates with a touch on the right wing. To Somerville out top. One dribble and a give to Diallo. The foul line extended left. Rifles a pass inside to Steinbach. Ball jarred loose by the double team. It goes out of bounds, and last touch by USC, 8 on the shot clock.
This is what I was talking about, Tony, with USC. As soon as Hannes touches the ball, you're going to see the double, maybe even the triple. They are going to make a pointed effort not to let Hannes beat them today, and you see it on the first possession.
Steinbach averaging 23 points, 20 rebounds in his 2 games against USC. 4 on the shot clock for Diallo. He's got it at the top. Needs a screen. Got to hoist it up. He leans in. Shoots the 3. Grazes front of the rim. Rebound Cornish for USC. Cornish brings the ball up the middle of the floor himself, finds a cutting Woods to the basket, who clears space on Steinbach and lays it up under the basket.
Yeah, fortunate for Washington, no foul call there on Steinbach on the block, but as you see, the transition for USC, they're trying to push it on the miss.
Diallo with the ball at the right point. Steps into a long 2. Online, but missed it. Offensive rebound. Somerville under the basket. Had it stripped. Steinbach goes for the loose ball. Now USC tipping it away. Peterson shovels it to Diallo. Spin move at the free throw line. Leans in and hits a tough layup to tie the game at 2.
Boy, a lot of physicality right there. Lathan Somerville in the mix there in traffic. Get that rebound. Keeping the possession alive for Washington to finally get on the board.
Minute and a half into this second round game of the Big Ten Conference Tournament. 2-2, Washington and USC. These 2 teams meeting for the 5th time in the last 10 years in a conference tournament. Woods splits defenders, gets to the rim, and he's got an early 4 to lead USC. Kimari Peterson at the other end, under the basket, bouncing to the corner for Yates. A pump fake for the former Trojan. He'll dish it to Peterson, left corner 3. It's off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound, Somerville zips it out top to Yates. Pump fake on a 3, whistle on a charge, and he passed up an open 3 before putting the ball on the deck. You can only assume that was because he's been struggling.
Yeah, had the open 3, then on the dribble penetration, had a wide open Kimari Peterson on the left side. Instead, tries to take it on the dribble, and there's no question that that's an offensive foul. Good guarding position there by Cornish, and then the chicken wing to add it from Wesley Yates.
SC with a 4-2 lead, 2 minutes gone by. Woods gives it up to Elijah Arenas, high on the right side, defended by Kimari Peterson. Huskies showing a 2-3 zone. Bounce it left side to Czar. Give it to Woods on the left wing. He'll dribble to the head of the circle, lob it into the corner for Arenas. Pump fake, drives the baseline, closed off by Peterson. Now tries the second time. Kick to Cornish. Left wing 3 on the way, and that slider goes through from downtown, a 7-2 lead.
Yeah, knuckleball. Not a great looking shot from Cornish, but it goes down.
Diallo with the ball ahead of the circle, fires a pass to Somerville, baseline right. Backing his way in on Browning, lost the handle for a moment, recovers, spin move on Browning, layup good plus the foul. Lathan Somerville kisses it home, and he's going to the free throw line, the Peoria native, to try to pull the Huskies within 2.
You know, it's interesting now watching USC defensively. They're going to double Hannes, but they're going to leave Lathan Somerville one-on-one with whomever's guarding him. So you see him backing down, making a nice little spin pivot move there to get that one to go. Takes the foul as well.
Somerville 71% at the free throw line this year, 86% a season ago, and he hits the and one to pull Washington within 2. Somerville at Rutgers last year had 16 points, 5 rebounds in a conference tournament game against USC. SC at the other end, Elijah Arenas for 3, back of the rim, no, then over the back, and that ball stuck up there. A good 14 feet, it's stuck up there between the shot clock and the very top of the backboard, and someone's going to have to get out a Swiffer or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Castricone will be right back.
You got more hops than me, man.
Get
and
up
Hannes
there,
Steinbach, Hannes has the Swiffer in his hands. His third poke doesn't work. And now the crowd cheers as the fourth time is the charm to jar that ball loose. Huskies get it back, trailing 7-5, 17-11 to go in the first half. Inbound Zoom Diallo. He's got that white headband on as he trots into the front court from left to right. Gets a screen from Somerville as he brings it right elbow, now backs off to the right point. Fires into the corner for Steinbach, now back out to Diallo. Diallo against the top of the 2-3. Kick to Peterson, left point three. Good. Kimari Peterson with that early triple.
Yeah, you like to see that, especially against that zone. Ball movement, right to left. Make that defense move. You get a wide open look from Kimari. That's a great sign.
6-0 spurt for the Huskies. They've got an 8-7 lead for the first time today. Cross-court pass to Cornish. He's got it. Defended by the 2-3. Fires inside Asar. Shot blocked by Somerville. And a rebound. Zoom Diallo, who fumbles it up the floor, picks it up, and gives it to Somerville. Back to Diallo. Diallo, he'll dribble his way over to the right side. Now angle his way in. Fouled by Azar. No call. Layup swatted off the glass by Brownell. And a rebound for USC. Up the left sideline. Cornish pulls up left wing three. And he rattles in a second. Averages 2 points a game, and he's already got 6. SC by 2.
Same exact spot that he made the first one as well. And again, off the block, the transition offense for the USC Trojans.
Almost 4 minutes into this second round game of the Big Ten tournament. Zoom Diallo with the ball between the circles, gives it up Wesley Yates right side. Pass into the corner. Peterson quick trigger three, rattles out. Rebound grabbed by Woods. Asar boxed out. Hannes Steinbach and did not let the German get the board. Brownell fires it left side to Arenas. Cornish heat check. Pinball's out. Tipped off by Asar, who swings off the rim and gives SC a 12-8 lead.
You got to block out in that situation if you're Washington. But on the offensive end, I know Washington's getting some good looks from three, but you still have to give Hannes a touch. You still have to keep the defense honest and see how they're going to guard him.
Huskies were dominant on the glass in both of the first two meetings. They're -1 in the rebound column right now. Somerville left elbow jumper. Good. Nothing but net. And Lathan Somerville, welcome home. He's got 5.
Yeah, nice job from Lathan. You know, he's got that in his game. You know, maybe not from 3, even though he's tried a couple this year, but he can knock it down out to 17.
12-10. SC ahead by 2. Here's Brownell dribbling his way down to the right block. Floats it up. No good. Rebound. Hannes Steinbach, who's averaging 20 rebounds a game against USC this season. Somerville center circle. Scoops Wesley Yates to Diallo left side. Angles his way in. Closed off by Brownell. Push it back out to the left point. 5 minutes into this second round game. Trojans ahead by 2. 12-10. Zoom Diallo with the ball at the top. Gives it Wesley Yates left wing. Defended by Cornish. Behind a Steinbach screen. Yates hoists a 3. No good. Tipped out by Somerville, but out of bounds. And back to USC. It brings us to a timeout with 14:37 to go in the first half. The Dogs trailing USC 12-10 of the second round of the Big Ten tournament. And we will continue in a moment on the Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
At Banner Bank, we're big Husky fans, so we want you to know you can win big every day at Banner with the award-winning financial services you deserve from people you can trust. Visit any Banner Bank branch or find us at bannerbank.com and see why Banner Bank was named one of America's best regional banks by Newsweek and one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for the 8th year in a row. Banner Bank. Game-changing service, no trick plays. Banner Bank. Member FDIC.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're a UW fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to Husky Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and Husky Mobile contributes to UW Athletics every time you pay your monthly bill. No contract, no hidden fees, no reason to wait. Switch now to the only phone plan built for Husky Nation and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit GoHuskyMobile.com. That's GoHuskyMobile.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
At the United Center in Chicago, second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Huskies trailing USC 12-10. And today's game brought to you by UW Medicine, the only health system in Washington that directly connects care with a top-rated medical school and a research powerhouse. UW Medicine, a higher degree of health care. high degree of offense in the first 5 minutes between USC and Washington. Trojans by 2.
Yeah, Trojans shooting 56% from the floor, Tony. 5 of 9, including those 2 threes from Cornish. Again, it's the pace of USC that is bothering the Huskies a little bit. And then the defensive end for USC, the double teaming of Hannes Steinbach, who does not at this moment have a shot attempt. And I know that we're only 5+ minutes into this ball game, but again, the concentration and focus that Eric Musselman and his staff have put in putting a game plan together for Hannes is going to be the story of this one.
Cortland Muldrew checks into the ball game for the first time today for the Huskies, along with Nikola Japina, the true freshman from Serbia. And SC brings the ball up the floor from right to left. It's Woods getting a handoff high on the left side, lobs it mid-post for Kofi, the Seattle native. A little pump fake, drives in on Japina, and then had it stripped out as he forces a pass to Woods, who angles in from the left side, layup short, rebound number 2 for Hannes Steinbach, and a handoff goes Cortland Muldrew.
Gritty defense there from Cortland Muldrew, who just checked into the ball game.
Muldrew, the freshman from Arkansas, steps into a straight-on 3. Back to the rim, no. Rebound Arenas. SC 12, Washington 10, as Arenas flies up the middle of the floor himself. Finds a trailing Marsh right wing 3, short, and then a push in the back from Ezra Asar on a nice box out by Nikola Japina will draw the foul against USC.
Well, the 2 substitutions in this one, Japina and Muldrew, making their presence felt immediately on the defensive end. Muldrew not able to get that 3 to go down a moment ago, but expect Japina to step out and attempt some shots from distance as well.
Zoom Diallo up the floor from left to right for the Huskies, trailing 12-10. Diallo gets to the free throw line, pushed out by Arenas, gets to the right elbow, fires into the corner for Muldrew, shovels it in a tight space for Steinbach, who missed the shot, follows his own miss, can't clean it up off the glass. A 3rd rebound, but no points still for Hannes, and USC off and running. Ezra Asar missed the layup, challenged at the rim by Japina, rebound Steinbach. Up the left sideline, Diallo rifles his way into traffic, kicks to Japina, right wing 3, bullseye for Nikola Japina, and the Huskies lead by 1.
Gotta love it. You knew it was coming. Great job from Washington defensively there to get the ball going in transition. Hannes Steinbach with that rebound.
Washington 13, USC 12. As the energy is good early for this Husky zone that switches into a man-to-man midway through possession. Seattle native Kofi handing it off to Marsh, who angles to the left point, pirouettes, fires a pass to Woods off his right hand and then touches the sideline. It's going back to Washington as the Huskies forcing a handful of turnovers. That's number 2.
Yeah, nice activity there. As you talked about the switching defense after the first pass, Washington shows zone, goes man. And there, they get the turnover. Now can you stack it? After that made 3 from Japina a moment ago, can you knock down another bucket here?
Steinbach out, Somerville back into the ball game, who's off to a quick start with 5 points, 2 boards. Muldrew high on the right side behind a Japina screen, brings it ahead of the circle, kicks Japina, right point 3, back of the rim, no, is online, and Marsh skies in for the rebound. Almost fell down as he didn't time it out quite right. Arenas hesitation, drives on Somerville, mid-range jumper off the glass, and through for 2. SC leads by 1.
Yeah, tip your cap to Arenas on that one. That's just high-level offensive basketball.
Both these teams playing a large amount of zone. Japina right point 3 again, missed it wide right. Rebound Marsh on the weak side. SC flying up the floor, lob inside. Arenas stripped away by Japina, rolls out to the left corner where Arenas picks it up. 20 on the shot clock, pestered by Peterson. Arenas jab step, fadeaway jumper, short. Rebound Kimari, nice job for the Husky D.
Yeah, double stop signs here. Washington's got to get a great look. I know Japina hit that first one, so he's going heat check on the last 2. But need a better offensive set here.
Both teams ranked about 315th in the nation in three-point shooting. Peterson out of the corner finds Muldrew right wing. Out top to Yates. Gets to the left point. Now down to the left wing. Yates off the dribble. Takes the 7-5 Gabe Dines to the free throw line. Fadeaway jumper. Short. Rebound Marsh.
Yeah, tough shot. Nobody there underneath the rim to rebound for Washington.
SC with the ball. Woods out of the corner. Hoists a 3. Missed it. Weak side rebound. Wesley Yates for the Dogs. SC 14. Washington 13. As we've got the under 12 timeout coming at the next dead ball. Muldrew right wing behind his Japina screen. Fires it out top to Somerville. Now Peterson. Pump fake on the left wing 3. He'll give his Japina out top to Yates on the right side. Against the Seattleite Kofi. Gives it Somerville. Head of the circle. Lobbed it back out to Muldrew with 7 on the shot clock. Muldrew into the corner. Shovels Somerville. Pump fake. Got his man in the air. Puts it up. Blocked. And another rebound for Marsh. The shortest guy on the floor gets his 4th rebound already in the ballgame for USC. Foul inside, a push against. Oh, that had to be on Kofi, no? They're going to get Muldrew, who went flying to the floor away from the ball, and they're giving Cortland the personal foul. It's going to go against Washington in the timeout on the floor. 11:03 to go here in half number 1, and USC ahead by 1. 14-13 the score. Will continue in a moment after this word from your Western Washington Toyota dealers.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota, like the world's best-selling vehicle, the all-new 2026 Toyota RAV4. It's been totally redesigned to be more capable, and now RAV4 is totally hybrid to better fit your lifestyle with multiple drivetrain options. Maximize your weekend adventures or your fuel efficiency. This RAV4 is ready for anything. The all-new, all-hybrid RAV4, now arriving at your Toyota dealer. A negotiable dock fee of up to $200 may be added. Toyota, let's go places.
Washington basketball lives here.
Passes, layup +1.
What an unbelievable find and what an unbelievable finish.
This is UW basketball from Learfield.
UW Medicine is the only health system in Washington where a top-rated medical school and a research powerhouse are directly connected to your care. That means the doctors caring for you are the same people advancing medical research and teaching the next generation of outstanding physicians. From wellness checks to complex surgeries, we're committed to providing you with the best care every day. UW Medicine, a higher degree of health care.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Second round action of the Big Ten Conference Tournament continuing with the Huskies trailing USC 14-13. This broadcast is copyrighted by the Big Ten Conference Incorporated. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the Big Ten Conference's express written consent is prohibited. Dogs down by 1. You know what we're seeing, Jason? It's a lot of both teams playing zone defense, daring each other to hit some three-pointers, knowing that both teams rank below the 300th mark in the nation in three-point field goal percentage.
Yeah, 2 for 6 for USC from long range, and Washington 2 of 9. So, you know, the zone obviously going to play a huge role in this one. But also, as I mentioned, you know, Hannes Steinbach, 2 attempts. He got the ball down low early, wasn't able to knock that down. I think he almost rushed that shot just, you know, since he hadn't gotten an attempt. But back in the ball game, still making an impact with those 4 rebounds.
Dogs 1 for their last 9 from the field, but SC just 1 for their last 8 as both teams hit a skid after a hot start. SC up 14-13. Trying to get it in, baseline out of bounds right. They do to Cornish, the Dartmouth transfer, averaged 17 a game last year in the Ivy League. Kofi, left point 3 on the way, short over Steinbach, and a rebound, Zoom Diallo. Good closeout by Hannes without fouling. There's Cortland Muldrew across the timeline for the Huskies. First ever game at the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Zoom Diallo between the rings, defended by Cornish. Screen to his left from Steinbach. Hesitation move, now gets into the paint and shovels the pass to Somerville. He's fouled on the drive by Cornish. And that will be the second foul today against USC.
I like what Washington did there, trying to get Hannes higher on the top of the key instead of on the block, where USC can double immediately. So you play pick and roll with him at the top and see if you can get some action going.
Scratch that third on the Trojans, first on Cornish. Inbounds goes Diallo. Baseline left, backs his way in, spin move. Cornish stays on his feet. Good disciplined defense as the pass goes to Muldrew, and now are we getting a moving screen?
Kofi pushing the back on Somerville. Somerville has great inside post position, and you just saw the back of Somerville buckle as Kofi puts his forearm right in the lower back.
I still got trauma from Saturday night against Oregon. I thought Hannes with a moving screen there after getting 3 fouls in the first half. Inbounds Diallo, slices his way. 4 Trojans collapse on him and block the shot. Rebound USC. Marsh flies up the floor. Alley-oop to Dines. 7'5" Gabe Dines with the dunk right of the rim. Barely had to leave his feet.
Well, with USC struggling to knock down the outside shot other than the 2 threes from Cornish. You just can't get beat in transition. That's where USC wants to create some pace in this ball game.
16-13, USC ahead. Ball deflected out of bounds by Marsh. Huskies have 19 to shoot.
Yeah, Hannes nearly picked off there by Marsh. Good job of anticipating the passing lane right there. Hannes a little out of sorts, Tony. He needs to get a bucket, kind of settle himself down, maybe get to the free throw line, find a way to put some points on the board, but more importantly, just to kind of calm down.
Yeah, has his parents here from Würzburg, Germany. Here's Diallo driving inside. Oh, he missed a finger roll right at the rim. And a rebound USC. Cam Woods back into the ballgame for the Trojans. Lefty dribble into the front court. Finds Cornish in the corner. Pump fake. Man blows by him. Bounce down low to Woods, who's got it left block. Spin move into the paint. Up with the right hand. Missed it short. Tip back by Dines. Won't go. And there's rebound number 5 for Hannes Steinbach. The freshman sensation for the Huskies, who's third team all Big Ten, and now a foul behind the screen. Peterson. It was a foul drawn against USC.
Yeah, I think they might be getting Dines on that one on the move, but regardless, I mean, Hannes just continues to find a way to get every single rebound on the Washington end.
He's been sensational. Huskies, though, -4 on the glass in this game. They dominated SC on the boards in the first 2 contests. Steinbach finds Peterson, baseline right, zips it past Diallo, extra pass corner for Wesley Yates. Yates into the paint, up with the right hand, scores. Wesley Yates on the board with his first 2. Huskies pull within 1.
Well, there's a reason to pass up the 3 in that situation. He was able to get into the lane, a much closer, better shot.
Cornish with the ball left wing. Throws it over his shoulder to Marsh in the same spot. Back out top to Cornish. Goes right side to Woods, who calls for a screen. It comes from Dines. Woods will take it into the paint. Shot up. Challenged by Yates. And he missed the layup. Rebound Washington. Here's Yates across the timeline. Stops at the left point. Now tries the same foul he had last time. Charged right over Cornish in the exact same way that he did about 2 minutes into the game.
Well, I'm not sure what Wesley Yates was seeing right there. There was really no angle. And as you said, in both of those situations, Cornish has been completely set. I mean, very clear offensive fouls, and now Wesley Yates with those 2 is going to have to go sit.
Yates, 2 first-half fouls, just the 3rd on the Huskies as a team. 8:49 to go here in the first half, with SC still clinging to a 16-15 lead over Washington. You know, interesting, the first couple of meetings, SC had the better first half both times. And in the second half, Washington just completely dominated. Outscored SC by 26 in the first meeting, and I believe by 25 in the second, as the Dogs rolled their way to wins. Kofi, mid-range jumper, rattles in from the free throw line. SC by 3.
Yeah, Kofi knocked down a couple of those mid-range in that last game in Seattle. He has that. Not necessarily his best strength, but he certainly has it.
Peterson with the ball out top, handoff, Zoom Diallo behind a Steinbach screen. Diallo trying to play cat and mouse with Cornish. Passes it up into the corner for Peterson, back to Diallo, who angles in, and the forearm on Cornish is the 3rd foul drawn by him on the defensive end. Forearm from Diallo, rather, into Cornish, as the Huskies commit another turnover, trailing by 3.
Yeah, and all 3 of those offensive fouls, obvious calls. I mean, really nothing to complain about if you're Washington.
In fact, the Huskies have only 3 turnovers. They're all offensive fouls. Every one of their turnovers. Cornish, left point, crossover on Diallo, left wing 3, missed it wide right, weak side rebound, snagged away by the freshman Cortland Muldrew, who flew in for the board. Behind the back dribble to clear some space into the front court. Crossover to his right, gets to the right block, stripped under the basket by Marsh. Diallo picks it up, trapped in the corner, needs help, fires a pass to a cutting Peterson. Dipsy-do miss, but an offensive rebound and a tip back by Hannes Steinbach will get him on the scoreboard for the first time today.
I like the speed, though, the velocity of getting into the lane, though, for Washington.
Arenas, fadeaway jumper at the other end, no good. Weak side rebound grab by Muldrew. Huskies down by 1, SC 18, Washington 17. Diallo behind the back to get past Arenas. Down to the right block, spins into Arenas. In trouble, got Arenas to foul him on the way up. Low on the right side, and Zoom Diallo, one of the Big Ten's best free throw shooters, will go to the free throw line when we continue in a moment. 7:32 to go here in the first half, with SC up by 1, 18-17 on Washington. We'll return in a moment after this word from Angel of the Winds.
Ready for a getaway? Escape to Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. Hit the gaming floor for the most exciting games and entertainment the Pacific Northwest has to offer. When you're ready to refuel, enjoy a world-class steak at Whiskey Prime Steakhouse or sip an award-winning craft brew from 210 Brewing Company. Keep the fun rolling at Strikers, our 16-lane bowling alley, then wind down and relax in luxury in one of our deluxe hotel rooms. Proud sponsors of UW Athletics, where the Dogs play. Find your unforgettable experience at Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. We're closer than you think.
Introducing Family Freedom from T-Mobile. We'll pay off 4 phones up to $3,200 and give you 4 free phones, all on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/familyfreedom. Up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days. Free phone via 24 monthly bill credits with finance agreement. Example Apple iPhone 16, 128 gigs, $829.99. Eligible trade-in. Example iPhone 11 Pro. For well-qualified, credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us.
Hey, it's Dr. Kopstein with K2 Vision RLE. We're thrilled to be supporting Husky Athletics. If you struggle with distance vision and also need reading glasses, refractive lens exchange can be your permanent solution. Plus, after RLE, you'll never develop a cataract.
There's no one more experienced than the K2 Vision RLE team. They've performed over 150,000 lens procedures, so see every great play by the Dogs with perfect clear vision. Schedule your free Zoom consult now at K2VisionRLE.com. Proud vision partner of UW Athletics.
Go Dogs!
USC 18, Washington 17 with 7:32 to go in the first half. 2 p.m. here in the Central Time Zone in Chicago, high noon. Back home out west, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Husky Basketball from Learfield. Well, our broadcast of this game of the second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament brought to you in part by Janet King, the trusted cleaning and disinfecting partner for businesses throughout Washington. From stadiums to offices and more, Janet King is your essential disinfecting service. Go Huskies. Dogs down by 1, 18-17, and a game has been played really in a tight window, Jason. Neither team able to get some footing and put a big run together.
Yeah, it's been poor shooting really for both teams. You know, unfortunately for Washington, just haven't really been able to get the offense humming, and part of that is just because Hannes Steinbach, who's your main guy, has only got 2 points. In this one, only 3 shot attempts total, so need him and more production out of him. But again, it's been tough because USC is focusing on him.
It's also kind of just what you get in the first half of your first game at a conference tournament, right? In a building like this, the United Center, 21,000 seats here when the Bulls play, and quite cavernous as Zoom Diallo hits the first of 2 free throws. He'll get 1 more. Started the year 90% at the line, had made 20 of 30 over the last 8 games. But he goes 2 for 2 in this trip and gives Washington a 19-18 lead on the USC Trojans. Ball back down the other direction as the Cardinal-clad Trojans are going from right to left. Huskies in a zone. Here's Arenas from the free throw line. Now switches to man. Inside Woods, muscles it up against Muldrew. They're going to get Cortland for his second personal foul. A little tap there on the arm. That's a clear call.
Yeah, again, that's one of those where Cortland is trying to go straight up and trying to defend the shot, but clearly gets him on the elbow. And Woods does a nice job of going up and under and forcing the foul.
So Woods goes to the free throw line. On the season, he's 63%, shoots and hits. He's been quite the journeyman. Started his career at Troy, then North Carolina A&T. Was on that NC State team that had a miracle run to the Final Four a couple years ago. Now a USC Trojan. Cam Woods to shoot a second shot, and he missed it back of the rim, and the ball gets tipped out, grabbed by Cortland Muldrew. Oh, he's still fighting for it at center circle, and he's able to rip it away, but now a foul against USC, trying to force a jump ball at center circle. Nice job by Cortland winning the 50-50 ball.
Yeah, he sprinted. He was right in front of us. When that ball caromed off, he did a nice job of being the first Husky to go after it. You see the athleticism for him and the physicality to grab that ball and not allow Cornish and the USC Trojans rip it from him. Washington did have the arrow, so it would have been Husky ball regardless, but still.
1-1 for Cortland Muldrew. Back of the rim, no good. Ball tipped out. Oh, Peterson had a chance at it at the free throw line, but he kind of kicked it away, and then Arenas picked it up for USC. 19-19 score, 7 minutes to go here in half number 1. Cornish out of the corner. Angles his way to the elbow before feeding Arenas out top. Back to Cornish at the left point. He's picked up by Cortland Muldrew, the Husky freshman. Cornish behind a screen. Right-handed push pass to Woods on the right wing. And Muldrew comes and picks his pocket, but Woods picks it back up. 6 on the shot clock. Cornish, left wing, drives the baseline, hangs in the air and kisses it home. Cornish has 8 for USC, and he draws a foul. And that's the third on Muldrew.
Yeah, Muldrew with the undercut right there. It looked like he was in good guarding position, and then he just slid too far under and clips the leg of Cornish. Well, that's a big foul. I mean, Cornish, again, as you were talking about, just not a guy that you'd expect to be the leading scorer for the USC Trojans, but certainly is at this point.
No, he's got 9 points. That's the most he's had since December 17th, non-conference play against UTSA, but he missed the free throw there, and rebound Wesley Yates. This is his Big Ten high. Cornish already 9 points, just 13 and a half minutes into the game. Diallo behind a Steinbach screen. Driving kick. Corner 3, Wesley Yates. Off the side of the backboard. Rebound, USC.
The struggles continue for Wesley, unfortunately.
21-19. Arenas bounces in a tight space for Kofi, who's fouled on the drive. Did they get Japina?
Yeah, they got Peterson on the push, on the slant in. It looked like Kimari was going to try to hedge, and he just got beat to the spot. Double-handed shove in the back, and with the 17th foul now, you're going to see Kofi at the line for a 1-and-1.
Well, Kofi had a really quick start against Washington a week ago. And you knew he'd be excited to be playing in Seattle as an Eastside Catholic product. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist very early in the ball game, but kind of cooled off in the second half. He hits the front end of the 1-and-1 here to give SC a 3-point lead.
Anytime you play, in my opinion, you're a Seattle guy, you play at UW, you know friends and family are there, you're going to try to go off.
And now he'll try a second free throw. Hoists it, hits it. 23-19, SC ahead by 4. Zoom Diallo picked up by Cam Woods and nearly fumbles it away in the backcourt, regathers, and then pushes into the front court for Wesley Yates on the right wing. Out top, Japina, thought about a 3. Lob inside, high catch by Steinbach, touch pass Peterson, right corner 3, bullseye for Kimari Peterson. What an assist by Hannes Steinbach.
Yeah, a willing passer. He also felt the double team coming, but just a touch pass from Hannes.
Arenas left wing 3 is short, weak side rebound grab by Diallo. Here come the Dogs, down by 1, and in transition, Peterson right side to Diallo out top, fires inside, Steinbach with a jam, low on the right, 5-0 spurt for the Huskies. They're up 24-23.
I love that Hannes continues to play. He's been getting beat up down there, down low, but still establishes great low post position and spins on that one for the easy deuce.
Already assist number 5 for Diallo. Right wing 3 by Woods, answers at the other end. He was wide open.
Boy, Wesley Yates has got to close out a little harder. I know Woods might not be the best three-point shooter, but you just can't let him sit there like it's target practice.
SC 26, Washington 24. As we approach the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Handoff Kimari Peterson coming downhill, throws over his shoulder to Diallo, angles in, returns Kimari, straight on 3, wide left, off the glass, offensive rebound Japina, shot clock did not reset. Yates, left corner 3, short, and SC, same team, 3 of them collide under the basket, getting the rebound.
And Wesley Yates with another great opportunity, 1 of 5 from the floor, now 0 of 3 from three-point range.
And 3 of 30 over the last 4 games from behind the three-point line. Woods bounces Kofi right of the key, squares up on Steinbach, 10-foot jumper good over Hannes.
Hannes tried to pick that ball down low, almost tipped it, but there's that jumper, that mid-range from Kofi.
SC 28, Washington 24. Diallo in the lane, draws another foul, missed the floater, back of the rim, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
You can see the frustration there from Zoom. That's his shot, that mid-range, even with the trees, 2 big USC Trojans in front of him. Felt like that one should have gone down, but I like when Washington is playing downhill with the guards, forcing fouls, forcing opportunities, and that was a good example there from Zoom.
Yeah, Diallo dialed in the rebound and assist game so far today, but struggling from the floor as he hits that 3rd free throw. He's now got 5 points, and he'll get 1 more at the stripe. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, Jason Hamilton. Yeah. He's kind of starting to tread into that triple-double territory. Never been one at the University of Washington. 2nd free throw no good for Zoom. Rebound USC. Marsh, the shortest player on the floor, has 6 rebounds for the Trojans here in this first half. Huskies going 1-3-1 here Woods behind a screen, gets to the free throw line, pump fake Japina on him. He'll kick Arenas right side, drives to the Big Ten logo, shovels it in tight spaces. Saar with a dunk, and SC with a 30-25 lead, their largest.
Both the bigs, Hannes and Japina, try to clog down the middle. A slow rotation there from Wesley Yates allows that dunk to happen.
4 minutes left in this first half. Second round of the Big Ten tournament. Steinbach drives, stripped out of his hands by Woods on the dribble drive, and 17 to shoot as the Huskies will reset under the basket when we continue in a moment. 3:54 left in this first half, and we've got a pretty good game. Game number 3 this year between Washington and USC. Trojans ahead 30-25 to score. We'll return after this from Husky Mobile.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're a UW fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to Husky Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and Husky Mobile contributes to UW Athletics every time you pay your monthly bill. No contract, no hidden fees, no reason to wait. Switch now to the only phone plan built for Husky Nation and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit GoHuskyMobile.com. That's GoHuskyMobile.com.
Your home for Washington basketball.
Into the corner, 3. There's another one.
That was fantastic ball movement.
Husky basketball from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hi, Coach Mike Holmgren here for R&R Foundation Specialists. When it comes to protecting your home, trust my hometown team, R&R. They're local, family-owned, and built on integrity. No national playbook. R&R Foundation Specialists treat your home like it's their own. Their team's experienced, knowledgeable, and ready for anything. With over 20 years of experience, they've earned their spot in my starting lineup. Call the team that plays for pride and community. R&R Foundation Specialist. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com.
SC 30, Washington 25. You got 3:54 left before halftime. They actually video reviewed to see who last touched the ball when Hannes was stripped under the basket, and they're going to give that ball to the Trojans. So SC with their largest lead and the basketball here ahead by 5.
Yeah, Hannes wanted a foul in that situation. I thought, watching it live, that there was a lot of contact. Now, when you go back to review it, Tony, you're not reviewing whether or not it's a foul. You're reviewing whether or not it went out on Hannes, and he was the last to touch it. So unfortunate. Now Washington's got to get a stop.
Hey, Husky fans, want to support the team just by paying your phone bill? Pretty easy to do. Just switch to Husky Mobile today at GoHuskyMobile.com. That's GoHuskyMobile.com, powered by T-Mobile.
Well, they just showed the replay in front of us, and it's a clear foul. I mean, he nearly gets his arm taken off. Unfortunate.
Hard to believe he could be second in the nation in double-doubles and not get the star treatment from the officials, but it feels like it's been that way a lot this year. As Woods behind a screen gets to the right elbow and hits a fadeaway jumper for SC's largest lead. They're up 7.
Yeah, the twos are falling for USC, especially when they can get in the middle of the lane like that.
Huskies, meanwhile, 31% from the floor. That's their third lowest first-half percentage of the season. Japina to Yates out of the corner. 3 on the way. Good. Wesley Yates desperately needed that. Huskies pull within 4.
Boy, not only do the Huskies need it, but Wesley Yates needs that for his confidence. He shot it in that corner multiple times and really has struggled, but that one was pure.
Woods into the corner for Marsh, who had a big first half against the Huskies a week ago. He's been blanketed so far. Throws over his shoulder. Kofi left alone. Left point 3 is good. And SC answers with their 4th three-pointer of this first half.
As we talked about his range, not necessarily so much out to 3, but a capable shooter nonetheless.
35-28 and a moving screen inside against Washington. And I missed who they got that.
I think they got it on Hannes, but I was watching 3 USC Trojans go to talk to one of the officials. I'm not sure if they thought that there was an excessive contact or something, but that's what caught our attention.
So Hannes Steinbach picks up his first foul, limited to just 5 shot attempts here in this first half. 4.7 rebounds and an assist for Hannes Steinbach in 15 minutes on the floor. Huskies going 2-3 zone here. Marsh gives it to Arenas right wing. He'll try to angle his way in, kick to Woods out of the corner. Big jab step, now angles toward the elbow, whistle and a double dribble. They'll get him for a travel, but kind of the same movement there as he coughed the ball up and then took some steps regathering it.
Yeah, Woods tried to pass that ball. It came out of his hands, and then he picked it back up. Nice job, though, for Washington to get that turnover after the moving screen on Hannes Steinbach.
Yeah, third turnover today for USC. Dogs desperately need a bucket here. Down by 7, 2:25 to go. Diallo going to take it and score from about 18 feet. Right point jumper for Zoom. Diallo gives him 7.
7, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Like you talked about, Zoom having a nice ball game.
More 2-3 zone for the Huskies. As Marsh will bring it back towards center circle. Now Arenas from high on the left side. Give it to Kofi, who came to set a screen. Dribble, bounce, backdoor, rolls out of bounds, and back to Washington. As Marsh was cutting toward the basket, the ball was errant, and then Marsh landed on a couple of Husky cheerleaders there.
Yeah, where Kofi was trying to throw that pass really at the free throw line, basically where you'd set up to shoot a free throw on a diagonal pass. That's a tough one to get it to the block right there.
Chance to make it a one-possession game for the Dogs. Down by 5 here. Diallo drives inside, high off the window, no good. Rebound by Asar, one of the best rebounders in the Big Ten for the Trojans. Ball loose on the floor. Woods jumps on it quickly, calls a timeout before Zoom Diallo could time up.
Smart play.
Yep.
Zoom had a chance nearly to pick that up and go the other way for an uncontested layup. So, for Woods quickly to get that timeout saves the possession for USC.
35-30, USC ahead by 5. 1:45 to go here in the first half as the Trojans take their use it or lose it timeout. It's kind of odd, Jason, that these two teams have met so frequently in the conference tournament. When you think about going back to the 2017 end of the season where they played in the season finale and then right away in the first round of the Pac-12 tournament. This is the 5th time they've met in the conference tournament over the last 9 years.
Really? You see the same guys over and over and over. As long as you're winning them all, then I guess it's okay. But that hasn't always been the case.
It hasn't. In fact, SC has won 3 of the previous 4. Washington only won when Matisse Thybulle had that sensational play at the end of the game to kind of punctuate his campaign as the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year in 2019. But SC has won the rest of the neutral site games all time between Washington and USC. And now the Trojans, clad in Cardinal as the road team here, the 13 seed taking on 12 seed Washington, go back to work. Arenas from high on the right side, picked up by Steinbach. A little crossover, hesitation move. Splits defenders on the bounce pass for Woods, who angles in, layup, no. Offensive rebound, Kofi under the basket. 5 to shoot, shovels for Marsh, drives the baseline, teardrop floater. Toilet rings around 3 times and falls through. SC by 7.
Well, after really good defense, I thought initially for Washington, Kofi sneaks in with 7 on the shot clock to get that offensive rebound and give USC new life.
1:06 to go. Kimari Peterson angling right, gives to Steinbach, straight on 3, good for Hannes Steinbach. Lets the triple rain. He's got 7.
Well, that's where really he's only been open that far away from the basket.
Yeah, on the back dribble, Arena shovels it down to Sarr under the basket. Wraparound pass to Woods in the corner. Back to Kofi, left point 3. Splashes it home. A 5th three-pointer in this first half for USC, which is 314th in the nation in three-point percentage. But they're hitting them today, and a timeout for Danny Sprinkle with the Dogs down 7.
Sort of reminiscent of what we saw in Eugene the other day, where Oregon hit 7 of their first 7 from 3, and then I watched them, yesterday in their game against Maryland. They couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I mean, it's just the way that it goes. USC, they're getting the opportunities because of the way that the Huskies are playing defense, and Tony, they're maximizing
41
on those opportunities. Yeah.
41.4 on the clock. You wouldn't think the Huskies go 2 for 1 here. There's not really enough time left, but what do you draw up if you're Danny Sprinkle down by 7?
Well, I mean, again, if you're getting a high ball screen and you can get downhill like Washington, some of the guards have, whether that be Zoom Diallo or Kimari Peterson, maybe you're able to take a quick one and go 2 for 1, but more likely than not, you got to try to get Hannes Steinbach more touches. And I know that I've said that throughout this ball game, but just 6 attempts in this first half. He's 3 of 6, including that 3 that he just made a moment ago.
Andrew Allison is standing by in the network studios. He'll get you the halftime show when we wrap up here. 41.4 on the clock. Dogs down 40-33, the second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Washington has the basketball. He'll get you a Angel of the Wind scoreboard update, first half recap, and more. Inbounds goes Wesley Yates, left wing. He's picked up by Arenas, and now it's Zoom Diallo from center circle. Starts to his left, passes out of it to Yates at the right point. Yates tries to go downhill through the lane. He tripped and fell and got bailed out by a foul call against USC.
It'll be a 1-and-1. 28.7 on the clock, so USC has the opportunity after these free throws to take it all the way down and take the last shot. But you like the dribble penetration and the clear trip there on Woods as Yates made his way through the lane.
Well, as much as Yates has struggled from the field, he has been really good at the free throw line, making 15 of his last 16. And this a 1-and-1 here with 28.7 left in the half, and the shot clock is dark. Yates takes one dribble, concentrates, shoots, and missed it wide left. Rebound to Sarr. Man, tough. Now LSC can hold for the last shot, already leading by 7. Nothing new to see a frustrating first half against USC this year. Huskies still 2-0 against the Trojans. Here's Marsh from the left point. Behind the screen, weaves his way to the free throw line. 6 to shoot, 5, 4, lobs for Kofi, stripped it, ball loose, stolen by Peterson. 2 seconds left. Peterson heaves from 60 feet. It's going to be short. And it'll send us into the intermission with SC ahead by 7.
That's okay. USC not able to get a bucket there, which would have been devastating after the missed front end on the 1-and-1 for Washington. But you go into this half, you only shot 36%. You didn't play your best basketball, but only down 7 at this point, Tony.
All right, USC 40, Washington 33. That's your score at the break. Here in the second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Andrew Allison has the halftime show coming up for you after this word from SiriusXM.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota, like the best-selling Tacoma. Now through March 31st, get 2.99 APR financing on new 26 Tacomas. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a 26 Tacoma TRD Off-Road for $389 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. A negotiable dock fee of up to $200 may be added. Call 1-888-48-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Go Huskies!
Dribble, spin, float, yes! Left point 3, swish.
This is UW basketball from Learfield.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
UW Medicine is the only health system in Washington where a top-rated medical school and a research powerhouse are directly connected to your care. That means the doctors caring for you are the same people advancing medical research and teaching the next generation of outstanding physicians. From wellness checks to complex surgeries, we're committed to providing you with the best care every day. UW Medicine, a higher degree of health care.
Welcome to the Halftime Show on the Washington Sports Network from Learfield. Coming up, we'll recap the opening 20 minutes, get scores from around the Big Ten and beyond, and more. Let's go to the network studios. Here's Andrew Allison.
Andrew Allison back inside the network studios as Washington trails USC in the first half of the Big Ten tournament second round, 40-33. Let's get you a look at the first half recap. This game started out with a bit of runs. USC led 7-2, but the Dogs would go on a 6-0 run, and that was capped by a Peterson 3.
Diallo against the top of the 2-3. Kick to Peterson, left point 3. Good. Kimari Peterson with that early triple.
Yeah, you like to see that, especially against that zone. Ball movement, right to left. Make that defense move. You get a wide open look from Kimari. That's a great sign.
6-0 spurt for the Huskies. They've got an 8-7 lead for the first time today.
Peterson would be a big part of the Huskies' balanced scoring attack here in the first half. Trojans would lead 12-10 after 5 minutes of play, though. The next 8 minutes was fairly even and defensive as USC would still lead 18-17 with 7 minutes left in the first half. The Dogs would fall behind a little bit, even though they had better offense. USC up 32-25 with 3 minutes remaining, and then the teams would trade threes kind of towards the end of the half to make it 40-33 USC at the break. That's what Washington trails. We'll take a break, come back, and get you an Angel of the Wind scoreboard after this on the Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're a UW fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to Husky Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and Husky Mobile contributes to UW Athletics every time you pay your monthly bill. No contract, no hidden fees, no reason to wait. Switch now to the only phone plan built for Husky Nation and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit GoHuskyMobile.com. That's GoHuskyMobile.com.
Ready for a getaway? Escape to Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. Hit the gaming floor for the most exciting games and entertainment the Pacific Northwest has to offer. When you're ready to refuel, enjoy a world-class steak at Whiskey Prime Steakhouse or sip an award-winning craft brew from 210 Brewing Company. Keep the fun rolling at Strikers, our 16-lane bowling alley, then wind down and relax in luxury in one of our deluxe hotel rooms. Proud sponsors of UW Athletics, where the Dogs play. Find your unforgettable experience at Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. We're closer than you think.
Dogs of the Big Ten.
Pass into the corner for the lead. Bullseye!
This is Husky basketball from Learfield.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Let's get you caught up on scores from around the Big Ten and the nation. Presented by Angel of the Winds Casino Resort, the official casino resort partner of Husky Athletics, and the official escape for the Dogs. Once again, to the network studios.
Andrew Allison back inside the network studios as Washington trails USC 40-33 at the break. Let's go ahead and take a look around the Angel of the Winds scoreboard here. One game has already gone final in the conference. Iowa defeated Maryland 75-64. That was a matchup of the 9 versus 17 seed. After us, the 10-seeded Indiana Hoosiers will take on Northwestern. And then the nightcap in the conference, which is scheduled for about 6 p.m. start time. That'll also depend on how quickly that game between Indiana and Northwestern goes. But that'll be the 11-seed Minnesota and the 14-seed Rutgers there. do have a few games in the top 25. 7th-ranked Iowa State dominates Arizona State, which is rumored to be the final game of Bobby Hurley's Arizona State career. 91-42, Cyclones get the win. 24th-ranked Louisville will take on SMU here momentarily as the Cardinals and the Mustangs go at it in the second round of the ACC tournament. Actually, that was a 24-19 game, and Louisville has the lead in that one. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll get you first half stats after this on the Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, dog fans, it's Safi back here. Do you struggle with distance vision and now you need readers everywhere you go? Well, I got a game changer for you. K2 Vision RLE. It could be the biggest W of your life. Spend your active years not hassling with glasses, contacts, or readers permanently. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract ever. The team at K2 Vision RLE has performed over 150,000 procedures. Schedule your free Zoom consultation now at K2VisionRLE.com. K2 Vision RLE, proud vision partner of UW Athletics. Go Dogs.
At Banner Bank, we're big Husky fans, so we want you to know you can win big every day at Banner with the award-winning financial services you deserve from people you can trust. Visit any Banner Bank branch or find us at bannerbank.com and see why Banner Bank was named one of America's best regional banks by Newsweek and one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for the 8th year in a row. Banner Bank. Game-changing service, no trick plays. Banner Bank. Member FDIC.
This is Husky basketball.
Angles his way into the purple paint. Pirouettes and lays it in. What a move.
Washington basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Dick Fain here with my friend Ron Hyder of Hyder Construction. Ron, hope springs eternal at this time of year, right? But hope is not exactly something you want to count on when you're roofing or remodeling, is it?
Hope is not a roofing strategy. Let's not push it to September and see what happens. A small issue in March becomes a big problem by fall in Seattle. If you're even wondering about your roof, call us at Hyder Construction for a bid. Let's make this the year your house wins something.
Sounds good. 425-771-3515 and HyderConstruction.com.
Hi, Coach Mike Holmgren here for R&R Foundation Specialist. A wet basement is like a busted play. It can ruin your whole game. Local R&R knows Western Washington's terrain and how to defend your home from water damage. From clogged footing drains to cracked foundations, changes in your landscape, the team at R&R has seen it all and fixed it all. Don't wait for the rain to blitz. Call the waterproofing pros at R&R Foundation Specialist. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com.
Andrew Allison back inside the network studios. Washington trailing USC 40-33 at the break in the second round of the Big Ten tournament in Chicago. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first half stats. We'll start with Washington. They're led by Zoom Diallo and Hannes Steinbach with 7 points apiece. Hannes with the almost double-double already, though. 7 rebounds for him. That is a game high. After that, Yates and Somerville have, or actually it's rather Peterson with 6, then Yates and Somerville with 5, and Zapina with 3. For the Trojans, they are led by Kofi with 12 points. Woods has 10, followed by Cornish with 8, Assar with 4, Arenas, Marsh, and those two are the ones with 2 points. Rebounding, the Trojans are led by Marsh with 6 boards. He has 5 assists as well. That is also a game high, tied with Zoom Diallo, who has 5 assists. Moving on to some team statistics, the Trojans outshot the Huskies 47% to 36%, making 4 more field goals, 16 compared to 12. Both teams made 5 threes, but the Trojans are shooting 42%, while the Huskies are shooting 33%. Washington 4 of 7 from the charity stripe, USC 3 of 5. Turnovers, fairly limited on both sides, just 5 for the Trojans, 4 for the Huskies. However, Trojans have 5 points off the 4 Husky turnovers. Washington just 2 off of the Trojan 5. The rebounding margin goes to USC, 23-19. However, the offensive boards go to the Huskies, 5-4, and each team has had 4 second chance points. Bench points, not a lot of scoring after the starters, as USC has 4, Washington has 3. Points in the paint goes the Trojans' way, 14-10. Fast break points also going USC's way, 9-3. Blocks 5-2. in favor of the Trojans. However, only 2 steals in this game, both by the Dogs, and USC leads the assist category 12-9. We've been tied 3 times. We've had 8 lead changes in the first half. Washington's largest lead was 24-23, and USC's largest lead is what it is right now, 40-33. That's the score. We'll take our final break. We'll come back. Tony Castricone and Jason Hamilton will have second half action for you after this on the Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota, like a powerful new Toyota Tundra. Now through March 31st, you can get $4,000 customer cash on new 26 Tundras. Or get 2.99 APR financing on Tundra, plus $1,000 TFS APR cash with approved credit through TFS. Excludes TRD Pro. APR cash must be applied the deal. A negotiable doc fee of up to $200 may be added. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Your home for Husky hoops.
Spin move on the baseline. Power jam with the right hand with authority.
The Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
UW Medicine is the only health system in Washington where a top-rated medical school and a research powerhouse are directly connected to your care. That means the doctors caring for you are the same people advancing medical research and teaching the next generation of outstanding physicians. From wellness checks to complex surgeries, we're committed to providing you with the best care every day. UW Medicine, a higher degree of healthcare.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Start of the second half, the second game of the second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Washington and USC, the 12-13 affair, and the Trojans, just like their first 2 games against Washington this year, with the lead entering half number 2. You know, you take a look at the scoring by half against USC this year. In 3 games, the Dogs minus 28 in the first half. But in 2 games, they were plus 48 in the second half. Led to an epic comeback down to the Galen Center and an epic pull away where they ended up winning by 19 against USC at home.
I say let history repeat itself.
Yeah, let's do it.
And Washington, obviously down 7 in this one, needs to come out with a hot start. Offense going towards the Husky bench here. So hopefully the coaches can walk them through that a little bit. But obviously on the defensive end, they've got to have great communication because they're going to be opposite their bench in this second half.
Well, the Trojans, 318th in the country in three-pointers made per game, averaging just 6.2. They've got 5 in the first half, so they've about used up their allotment.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of one of those things too where, you know, if a player or a team gets hot, it can be a little contagious, and I think we saw that a little bit from USC in that first half, but we need Washington to get that contagion bug going. We saw a couple of threes from Kimari Peterson, need a couple more from him.
Huskies get the ball, inbound is a Peterson right back to Yates to go straight to the rim. He missed it, and then Somerville mistimed the tip out, trying to fly in there for the rebound, and SC gets the board. In transition, Arenas goes up for the dunk, and he's challenged at the rim by Diallo, missed the layup. Offensive rebound Woods, the ball stripped out of bounds. It's going to stay with USC. Well, that was a frantic first 16 seconds.
This might be one that Washington decides to challenge. It reminds me a little bit of the Hannes play earlier where it was a foul. They didn't call the foul.
And they are not challenging it. So USC inbounds the ball. Asar left elbow, giving it up into the corner for Kofi. Back out to Arenas out top. Drives left to the key. Stripped by Peterson. Somerville to the floor to take it away. He throws it, and it's intercepted by Woods. Oh, man. Just did not take care of the basketball. Baseline drive, good for Woods. SC's got their largest lead at 9.
I'm telling you, right now, you miss a layup here, Wesley Yates, to start the half, and then you have 3 opportunities to get the basketball back. This is not the start necessarily that we were hoping for.
Sprinkle, hands on hips, chewing gum. Face looks frustrated. Entry pass knocked away by Arenas, but a foul called inside. And they're going to get Ezra Asar for the personal. That'll be a second.
Additionally, if that foul's not called, that's not a good entry pass there from Lathan Somerville. That's an easy pick-off for USC.
Zoom Diallo baseline out of bounds right. Looking for a teammate as the Huskies wheel in motion. Steinbach missed the layup. The tip won't go. Somerville was hanging on the rim, which made it a miss. And USC comes in transition the other way. Arenas with the layup. It's an 11-point Trojan lead and about the worst first 60 seconds you can imagine of the second half for the Dogs.
Yeah, 2 missed layups for Washington and a lot of opportunity on the defense end to get stops.
Peterson finds Steinbach out top. Now it's Wesley Yates behind a Steinbach screen, bringing it toward the top. Handoff Somerville left point. Somerville had a good start to this game. Diallo free throw line to Steinbach from between the rings. Push it right side. Dribble drive by Kimari Peterson. 4 to shoot. Fire it to Zoom Diallo. Diallo needs to split defenders. They're going to get him for a walk with 1 on the shot clock. And the Huskies melting down in the first 90 seconds of this second half.
Yeah, you make the extra pass to the corner and you got a wide open 3. Zoom tries to split 2 defenders with the clock winding down, and this is I know there's a lot of time on this, 18 and a half minutes, but this is a must stop in my mind, or else Danny Sprinkle's going to have to take a timeout.
44-33, USC's got its largest lead. Arenas dribbles right side, defender sags off, fires a pass for Kofi, stuffed at the rim by Steinbach. Kofi gets the rebound, and a foul called on Hannes, who had a clean block on the dunk attempt by the Seattleite, but it's going to end up with Kofi going to the free throw line.
Boy, and the energy just does not feel great right now for the Washington Huskies. And it's quiet here. Husky band trying to give a little life.
Kofi hits the free throw, 12-point lead for USC, 45-33 with 18-14 to go. Kofi to shoot a second. He's already got 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks. But he missed the second. Rebound Lathan Somerville for the Huskies. He'll clear it. Zoom Diallo up the right sideline, dribbling head up. Dogs came back from 18 down in Los Angeles against USC. Kick into the corner. Peterson for 3. Needed it. And he hits the bottom of the net in a quick timeout for Danny Sprinkle as Peterson now has 9 points on the day. His 3rd 3-pointer as he returns to Chicagoland. The Gary, Indiana native pulls the Dogs within 9. And we've got a break. 18:04 to go in the second half. And the Dogs trailing by a score 45-36. We'll return after this from Angel of the Winds.
Ready for a getaway? Escape to Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. Hit the gaming floor for the most exciting games and entertainment the Pacific Northwest has to offer. When you're ready to refuel, enjoy a world-class steak at Whiskey Prime Steakhouse or sip an award-winning craft brew from 210 Brewing Company. Keep the fun rolling at Strikers, our 16-lane bowling alley, then wind down and relax in luxury in one of our deluxe hotel rooms. Proud sponsors of UW Athletics, where the Dogs play. Find your unforgettable experience at Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. We're closer than you think.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
Hey, it's Dr. Kopstein with K2 Vision RLE. We're thrilled to be supporting Husky Athletics. If you struggle with distance vision and also need reading glasses, refractive lens exchange can be your permanent solution. Plus, after RLE, you'll never develop a cataract. The K2 Vision RLE team has performed over 150,000 lens procedures. So see all the great plays by the Dogs with perfect, clear vision.
Schedule your free Zoom consult now at K2VisionRLE.com. Proud vision partner of UW Athletics.
Go Dogs!
18:04 to go in the second half, and things were looking bleak for the Huskies until Kimari Peterson hit that corner three. It was some of his threes on Saturday that got the Dogs going after trailing by 21 against Oregon the other night, and got them to pull all the way back before ultimately falling to the Ducks. But hopefully that was something to get the Husky offense going. They trail by 9.
Yeah, they just need to calm down. I mean, they had a couple of easy opportunities at the rim that weren't able to go, and then defensively some stops that then resulted in crazy points by USC. The throwaway from Lathan Somerville, the not ability to clear the rebound, but you get the three to go down there, and Danny Sprinkle immediately takes the timeout to say, okay, we're on the board. We can play better basketball. We've got to refocus.
45-36, SC by 9. Today's game brought to you by UW Medicine, the only health system in Washington that directly connects care with a top-rated medical school and a research powerhouse. UW Medicine, a higher degree of health care. SC to inbound the basketball with a 9-point lead, and Cam Woods brings the ball up the floor from left to right into the front court as the Huskies align in a man-to-man. Kofi dribbles to the free throw line, pulls up for the jumper over Steinbach, missed it. Rebound Zoom Diallo for the Dogs up the floor from right to left. He skips across the timeline, hesitates, crossover dribble the free throw line, shovels it to Somerville, layup swatted from behind. A foul called on Cornish, who came down hard with a right hand behind Lathan Somerville.
I like the leadership here from Zoom Diallo, getting the group together. After you get the stop on the defensive end, and Zoom able to get into the lane, Tony, and create an easier opportunity for Lathan Somerville there.
Somerville, who shot 86% of the free throw line last year as a freshman at Rutgers, just 71% with the Huskies this year. Let's see. He's got a nice touch on that shot. First of two was money. 45-37. 17:45 to go in the ball game. Dogs down by 8 after trailing by 12 just moments ago. Somerville 6 points. Second one good as well. And now the Huskies have a little momentum. 5 unanswered.
Yep. Now you just got to stack another stop here if you're the Washington Huskies.
And if you're the Trojans, you got to be thinking, we've been here before. Cornish scooping to Arenas. Arenas got away with a shove off. He shovels it for Asar. It's stolen by Wesley Yates. Bounce ahead to Zoom Diallo. Splits defenders to the rim. Missed the layup. Offensive rebound. Somerville into the basket. Hooks it up with the right hand, and it rattles around and goes through. Lathan Somerville pounds his chest. He's got 9, and the Huskies with 7 straight have turned it into a 45-40 ball game.
And there's the energy that you're now seeing. The Husky bench, the Husky band, the Husky fans. Everybody's into it right now. And can you get 3 straight stops here now, Tony, with this offensive possession?
Looking for a kill. Arenas from the left elbow. Shovels to Asar at the right. Handoff Arenas right point. Defended tightly by Wesley Yates behind the screen. Bounced down low. Ball got kicked. And the 14 on the shot clock will reset to 20.
Danny Sprinkle clapping his hands, understanding that was good defense there. The pinch that created Gilbert Arenas. Elijah
It's
Arenas.
so hard, isn't it? It's so really hard. I've said it a couple times. Here's Cam Woods, the inbounded baseline out of bounds right for USC. Looking. He'll lob it out to Asar at the center court stripe. And he'll set up from high on the right side. Shovel it to Woods. Woods between the rings. Getting a clear out from Asar. Woods, layup good. I don't know how that's not a moving screen on Asar.
Yeah.
He basically boxed out 2 Huskies.
Yeah, cleared all the space out for Woods to have an opportunity right there.
47-40, SC ahead by 7. Zoom Diallo, a crossover on Cornish. Step back 3. Missed it short, and the tip by Wesley Yates won't go. Ball is poked loose by Steinbach, and still on the ground under the basket. Picked up finally by Kofi for USC. Rolls it to Asar at center court stripe. Handoff Woods, and SC hits the stop sign.
Boy, Wesley Yates had a real opportunity right there if he could just gotten control of it.
47-40, SC by 7. Woods behind the screen. Drives into the paint, leans in, passes right wing. Arenas for 3, and a whistle and a foul coming against USC away from the ball. They're going to get Washington right.
Yeah, that's going to be on Zoom Diallo. And you want to talk about just an unbelievable foul call right there. I mean, you see that play happen commonly, time in and time out. And Zoom Diallo can't believe it.
Away from the ball, got Danny Sprinkle to punch his chair in frustration. Woods basically ran the baseline to inbound it to Cornish, and Cornish wide open under the basket, catches and lays it in, and Danny Sprinkle making the travel motion.
Yeah, it's a spot throw. You get 3 feet in a box, but I mean, that's an absolute travel.
He took 2 steps. Here's Steinbach. Kicking to Yates. Yates angling in from the right side. To the Big Ten logo. Feeds Peterson left wing 3. Back to the rim. No. Rebound Woods. Woods lobs it ahead to Arenas. Arenas reverse layup. Good. SC back up by 11 again.
You see the change now after Washington had great opportunities to close this game even further. USC with a quick spurt.
51-40. 6 unanswered for the Trojans over the last minute and 10 seconds. Diallo gets it kicked by Cornish, and that brings us to a timeout. 15:33 to go in the ball game. Huskies got it down to 5, but very quickly SC pushes it back up to 11. The score 51-40. USC with a lead. We'll return after this word from Banner Bank.
At Banner Bank, we're big Husky fans, so we want you to know you can win big every day at Banner with the award-winning financial services you deserve from people you can trust. Visit any Banner Bank branch or find us at bannerbank.com and see why Banner Bank was named one of America's best regional banks by Newsweek and one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for the 8th year in a row. Banner Bank. Game-changing service, no trick plays. Banner Bank. Member FDIC.
Washington basketball in the Big Ten tournament.
Todd, reverse layup, good and one.
This is UW basketball from Learfield.
Okay, so the other day I got myself watching one of those Sunset Chevrolet commercials on TV. I just love those things. Anyway, I wondered who really is the #1 volume Chevrolet dealer in Washington State and why. So I picked up my smartphone, because it's smart, and I asked Siri. She knows everything, right? And here's what she said.
Sunset Chevrolet in Sumner, Washington consistently ranks as Washington State's #1 Chevrolet dealership by sales volume. It's mainly because of exclusive customer benefits like warranty protection for life and oil changes for life. High customer satisfaction and a vast inventory are also responsible. Sunset Chevrolet has held this top position for nearly 2 decades by focusing on customer loyalty through these unique added value programs, longevity and consistency. That's why Sunset Chevrolet is #1.
So Siri, why would anyone get a new Chevrolet anywhere else when the prices, invoices, and MSRPs are all about the same at every Chevy dealership?
Sorry, I have no idea.
Tell you what, go to Siri, Alexa, or whoever you go to for these questions and ask them the same question. You'll see what I mean. It's true. You just get more at Sunset, and people do like that.
SC by 11, 51-40, leading Washington with 15:33 to go in the ball game. Jason, if you're looking for one statistic that just by far and away correlates to winning more than any other, it's field goal percentage. And right now, SC shooting 50% for the ball game, Huskies 35. That's trouble.
It is troubling, and it's also troubling when USC's getting layups on one end while Washington's, having to struggle to shoot mid-range jumpers. And, after saying that, Washington has had some opportunities at the rim early in this second half, just have not been able to convert. So important now on the offensive end after this 6-0 spurt from USC for the Huskies to get a bucket.
Yeah, Dogs got it down to 5 moments ago, but as you just heard Jason say, 6-0 run pushes it back up to 11. Huskies have led for just a minute 57 of this game. We've had 3 ties, 8 lead changes very early in the ball game, but SC has led for about the last 20 minutes. As back to live action we go, Somerville high on the right side, handoff Peterson. He'll give it to Steinbach, and now Yates on the left wing. Circles his way toward the top, bounce for Steinbach left to the key, double team comes, fires through the fingertips of Somerville, picked up by Peterson, right side Diallo, 2 to shoot from the free throw line, Rise fires short, but he's fouled by Cornish.
I'm not sure what Cornish was looking over at the bench, asking them to review it. Like, well, I'm not sure what that was about, but nice job from Zoom Diallo at the end of the shot clock not to panic and still get up that shot. It's a clear foul. I just seen the replay. Cornish did touch the ball initially, but got the wrist after that.
Diallo's free throw up and good. Amazing what human bias would do, right?
Well, I'm sure in that situation he feels the ball initially, right? So he thinks he has the block, but he doesn't realize on the swipe down on the continuation, it's arm, and that's a foul.
Yeah. Cornish picks up his 4th foul and has a Big Ten high for him of 10 points in this game. And he's going to have to come out of the ball game with 15-10 to go. And Zoom Diallo hits both free throws to make it a 9-point affair. Arenas fires over to Woods, angles in from the left wing, gets to the free throw line, floater good from the Big Ten logo. Too easy.
That's right. We were talking about the field goal percentage of USC. Well, when you're getting high percentage shots like that, that's why you're shooting 50+%.
Diallo to Somerville. He's going to let a three fly. Arching shot, back of the rim, no. Rebound, Marsh again. Shortest guy on the floor gets his 7th rebound today for USC. Woods drives, dishes. Gabe Dines pushing it back out to Woods. Corner three, air ball caught on the weak side by Wesley Yates. Dogs off and running down by 11. Fires it to Steinbach. Extra pass in the corner, deflected out of bounds by Woods.
Pretty good hustle there from Woods after the air ball gets all the way back in transition to stop that run. That would have been a wide open three from Kimari there had he not got a hand on it.
Yates out. Nikola Japina into the ball game. Somerville going to get a breather. Cortland Muldrew back in. And now we'll see Kofi come in for Dines. So Dines a very short run on the floor. Dines 7'5", transfer from Youngstown State. Cortland Muldrew slaps the ball. Jumping jacks from Marsh, trying to distract him as he gets it into Zoom Diallo in the left corner. Diallo dribbles to the free throw line. Mid-range jumper. Good for Zoom Diallo. That's his shot. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists for Zoom.
Yeah, more of that, please. And nice job on the ball out of bounds for Washington to run that play all the way through.
53-44. Dogs down by 9 as the 2-3 zone aligns for the Huskies. Kofi behind a screen. Push to Woods. Angling in from the left. Kicking to the corner. Marsh pump fake. Being chased around by Hannes. Now Muldrew picks him up in the 2-3. 9 on the shot clock. Marsh straight on 3. High arching shot is good, and SC is ahead by 12.
You can just see the frustration on Danny Sprinkle's face. I mean, you just don't expect those guys to be knocking down threes at the clip that they're shooting it right now.
43% on the ball game. Peterson behind a screen to the Big Ten logo. Kick to Japina. Extra pass Diallo to Muldrew out top. Drives left of the key. Closed off by Woods. Push it back out to Diallo center circle. Feed it left side Muldrew into the post. Steinbach cross court. Peterson right corner 3. Back of the rim, no. Great look at it. Rebound to Sar, USC.
Yeah, that's the one. As many as Kimari's made, that's an open 3 that Washington desperately needs.
Not feeling great, Jahan. 13:22 to go in the second half. 56-44. USC with the lead. Now Woods trying to take some air out of the ball with 13 on the shot clock. Here comes Zoom Diallo to defend him. Behind a high double screen. Woods to the left point. Drives left of the key. Spins under the basket. Reverse layup no good, but a foul called against Zoom Diallo on the dribble drive.
Zoom caught him on the head there as Woods was sliding his way through. But again, too much dribble penetration and easy stuff for USC in the lane, Tony. It just puts so much pressure on the Washington defense if you're not able to contain the perimeter and everything is on the interior.
This Husky team has rallied from double-digit deficits so many times this year. Can they do it here in the conference tournament? Woods takes his time at the line, shoots, and misses the first of 2. And we'll get a substitution. Dines back into the ball game for Asar. We'll see Yates back in for Nikola Japina. Woods, a 63% free throw shooter. As he gets ready for a second, Wesley Yates on the left block. Hannes Steinbach on the right. Getting ready to box out their opponents from USC, but that free throw good for Woods. 57-44, SC by 13, their largest lead of the game. Yates straight on 3. Front of the rim, bounces off the glass and goes down. Not the prettiest.
Pretty, exactly, but Washington is going to take it. As Danny Sprinkle says, you don't give them back.
Kofi mid-post. Squares up on Steinbach. Little shimmy shake. Drives on Steinbach. Lowers the shoulder. Splits defenders. Layup no, but a foul on Hannes.
Kofi's showing you something. I mean, you know, one-on-one there with Hannes off the dribble. No help and no help side really for Washington. And just a jab fake to the left. A rip through to the right and a quick move to get to the rim.
Kofi, one of 2 USC players to start every game this year. 4-star recruit out of Eastside Catholic that chose Virginia over Washington, Oregon, Ohio State, and USC out of high school. Played 1 year with the Cavaliers and now transfers to USC and misses the first of 2 free throws. 57-47, 10-point game. How will the Huskies make it a game this time? They've done it over and over this year. Second free throw good from Kofi.
Well, around this time in Eugene, they were down 21. and took the lead. So a lot of basketball left.
Drive and kick, Muldrew. Left point. Dribbles to the head of the key. Give it to Steinbach, left point. He'll drive left to the lane and fire it back out top to Muldrew, who dishes. Diallo has to save it in bounds to Yates with 13 on the shot clock. Behind the back dribble from Wesley Yates, defended by Arenas. Bounce for Diallo into the corner. Peterson for three. Knocks it in. Kimari's fourth of the ball game. He's got a dozen, and the Dogs are within 8.
Love that pass from Zoom on the baseline. It's a tough angle to get it across there, but he was able to sneak it through.
His 8th assist of the ball game, stolen by Washington. Yates runs into an official, and then he feeds it to Diallo. Back to Yates. Drives the right baseline. Attacks. Layup. Good. And the Huskies get it within 6. Timeout, Eric Musselman. And Washington on a spurt to pull within 6. 58-52 with 12 minutes to go in the ball game.
What a turn of events. Great play there by Wesley Yates to get the steal initially. Gets Washington the possession. And the Huskies feeling pretty good about themselves.
Did well also to keep possession of the basketball after colliding with a referee. And it'll bring us to a timeout. Washington down by 6, but they've made a run to cut their deficit in half. 58-52, 12 minutes to go. We'll return after this from Husky Mobile.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're a UW fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to Husky Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and Husky Mobile contributes to UW Athletics every time you pay your monthly bill. No contract, no hidden fees, no reason to wait. Switch now to the only phone plan built for Husky Nation and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit GoHuskyMobile.com. That's GoHuskyMobile.com.
UW Medicine is the only health system in Washington where a top-rated medical school and a research powerhouse are directly connected to your care. That means the doctors caring for you are the same people advancing medical research and teaching the next generation of outstanding physicians. From wellness checks to complex surgeries, we're committed to providing you with the best care every day. UW Medicine, a higher degree of healthcare.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
The Huskies on a 6-0 spurt have pulled to within 6. 58-52. USC leads. 12 minutes to go in the ball game. It's 1 o'clock back home, 3 o'clock here in Chicago. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Husky Basketball from Learfield. Well, a little birdie told me earlier, or a grizzled 24-year veteran analyst, that Kimari Peterson was the dog of the game, the guy to watch. And he's got 4 3-pointers for the first time since the Michigan game, all the way back in early January. That sure makes a difference for the Huskies.
It does, and the way that Washington shoots it from 3 kind of tells the tale sometimes about whether or not they have a chance to win. And so Kimari, I don't think he's done yet, even though he's made 4 already.
Soum Diallo had 12 assists against Iowa, but he's already got 9 today with 12 minutes to go. And the Huskies pressing up. Inbounds goes to Marsh. He's trapped there by Muldrew, and Yates has to gun it ahead to Asar. And now 2-on-1. Asar challenges, runs right into Steinbach, lost the ball, out of bounds, and they're giving it to USC with 21 on the shot clock.
Again, if they're not calling a foul, you have to challenge this. If you're Danny Sprinkle, we're going to get a chance here to see a replay in the building, and
that's clearly off Asar.
Yeah, I hate to say that because every time we say what is clearly, it ends up being, something else.
Yeah. I mean, we're watching the TV replay here, and I don't see a moment in slow motion where Hannes Steinbach touches the ball. Now, you could have called a charge. You also could have called a block. But what I don't think you can call, looking at what we just saw, is that Hannes Steinbach ever touched the basketball.
Yeah, I want to see this in slower motion. The couple of angles that you and I have seen have been in regular motion. Let's see here. Now we're getting a better angle at it. And that last goes off the fingertips of Asar. There's no question about it. There's no question about it. So watch them give it to USC just so I can, have one last thing to complain about before I get out of here.
As if you haven't been complaining enough on this trip.
Exactly.
58-52, USC ahead by 6. 11:51 to go in the ball game. This is a critical challenge for Danny Sprinkle. A, using it. You don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
You want to get it back by being right. But also, B, you could get the ball and make it a 3 or 4 point game with a bucket at the other end.
Successful challenge is what if I'm lip reading correctly.
All right, so it will be Washington ball. Our officiating crew today: Paul Sells, Earl Walton, and Mike Littlewood.
As you said, critical call, and now Washington with the ball back. Let's see if USC plays man-to-man here or zone. They're showing man.
And they're going to stay with the man. Zoom Diallo brings it up the floor behind a Steinbach screen. Give it to Hannes out top. Now Yates on the left wing behind a Steinbach screen. Brings it head of the circle. Dribble to the free throw line and a handoff Diallo. Diallo backs off between the rings. Feed it left side for Muldrew. Muldrew between the leg dribble. Pounds it with his right hand. Lobs into Steinbach. Double team comes. Kick back to Cortland with 7 to shoot. Jab step. Shoots a 3. Hits a 3. The freshman Cortland Muldrew with his first bucket, and the Huskies on an 8-0 run have pulled it within 3.
What is going on? I love this. Washington just feeling it.
A 9th 3-pointer made today by the Dogs. Woods angling in on Wesley Yates. Baseline, no good. Ball tipped around. Steinbach with a rebound. Saves it in to Diallo, who charges up the floor and weaves his way through a few Trojans to get across center court stripe. Diallo with the stop sign. The sophomore leader, the Tacoma native, repping the purple and gold here in Chicago. Right side to Wesley Yates, former Trojan, bouncing down low to the freshman All-American, kicking for Muldrew, a little jab step, 8 to shoot, backs off, gives it to Yates, 5 on the shot clock, driving left to the key, scoops it up, got it and 1! Wesley Yates has a dozen, and he's going to the free throw line to try to tie the game.
The one thing I love about that play from Wesley Yates is he goes right hand scoop underneath as opposed to trying to go left hand. I think left hand, he might have gotten that shot blocked coming from the other side, but instead uses that strong body to go against Wood and just lays it right up and in.
He is 16 for his last 18 at the free throw line. Can he finish the end one here to tie us up? Shot up and good. He does indeed. An 11-0 run for Washington. We're all square. 58-all, 10:36 left in somebody's season. Woods fires for Kofi, high on the left side. Hand off to Marsh. Marsh finds Asar out top. Huskies go 2-3. Cornish on the right wing playing with 4 fouls. He's had the hot hand back in the first half. Marsh left wing defended by Yates. Giving it to Cornish high on the right side. Angles in. Floater off the back of the rim. Plink goes around, falls out, and then a foul going for the rebound, I believe, against Yates.
Yeah. And I'm not sure that Wesley Yates even saw Woods there. He had his eyes focused on the ball, and Woods goes low to try to grab it. You can see him pleading his case, but the call is the call.
You do have to wonder the mental state of USC. They've lost 7 games in a row. They thought they were an NCAA tournament team just 4 weeks ago. They have fallen apart down the stretch, and this 11-0 run by Washington, will this put enough pressure on the Trojans to make them crumble? Angling in, Woods from the free throw line, missed it wide left, offensive rebound, Kofi under the basket, shares it with Asar, left to the key, leans in, he walks.
Absolutely. He just took a passport from the top of the free throw line down to the baseline with 3 pivots.
It's a long way to go from LA to Chicago. Here's Zoom Diallo with a chance to give the Huskies their first lead of the second half. Diallo behind a screen, finds Muldrew left wing. Really wants to feed Hannes, and now he does. No double team yet. 1 dribble, 2 from Hannes. Terminates and zips it out top to Yates. A little pump fake. Now he's going to let it fly for the lead. It rims off, and then Hannes over the back.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I love that shot from Wesley either. There's a lot of time on that clock, and I know it's a bit of a heat check for him. Wants that dagger, that big poke 3, but yeah, just a difficult shot there.
It also gives Hannes his 3rd foul.
Well, both Wesley Yates and Hannes now with 3.
You got 4 on Diallo, 3 on Muldrew. Fouls starting to pile up for a Husky team that doesn't have a whole lot of reserves. 9:39 to go. Marsh to Arenas out top. Giving it back to Marsh on the left wing. Huskies trailed by as many as 13 in this one. Lob mid-post, Kofi back to Marsh. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound by Cortland Muldrew flying in for the board. Dogs scurry up the court in a 58 all game. Hesitates top of the key. Left-handed dribble. Now backs off against the son of Gilbert Arenas. Elijah Arenas eyes him defensively. Man-to-man defense, USC. Muldrew to Hannes. Straight on 3. Missed it wide right. Tipped around. Diallo taps it back up and in. And the Dogs lead 60-58.
What a rebound there from Zoom Diallo. Crashing the glass from that left wing three-point range. And now Washington ahead in this one.
13 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists for Zoom Diallo. Arenas right wing 3. Back of the rim, no. Offensive rebound to Sarr. No look pass to Marsh on the left wing. Sidestep 3 around Wesley Yates. Deadens off the flange and falls through. A 7 3-pointer for USC.
And how about the fact that Marsh every time kicks his feet out trying to draw the foul.
61-60 Trojans lead. Diallo splits defenders and now backs it off to center court. Going one-on-one against Kofi here. Starts to his right. Kick into the corner. Caught by Wesley Yates. Yates circles toward the top. Hangs in the air and kicks to Muldrew, left wing 3. Missed it strong. Rebound Marsh.
And now a couple of threes from Washington. We get the putback from Zoom Diallo, but a lot of hoists from long range. Washington 9 of 26 from distance.
Eric Musselman will have Jacob Kofi call a timeout. USC 61, Washington 60 with 8:05 to go in the ball game. We will step aside. SC on offense when we continue in a moment after this word from K2 Vision.
Hey, it's Dr. Kopstein with K2 Vision RLE. We're thrilled to be supporting Husky Athletics. If you struggle with distance vision and also need reading glasses, refractive lens exchange can be your permanent solution. Plus, after RLE, you'll never develop a cataract.
There's no one more experienced than the K2 Vision RLE team. They've performed over 150,000 lens procedures, so see every great play by the Dogs with perfect clear vision. Schedule your free Zoom consult now at K2VisionRLE.com. Proud vision partner of UW Athletics.
Go Dogs!
The Big Ten tournament continues after this.
For the lead, yes, sir! And the Huskies have taken the lead.
On the Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, Dick Fain here with my friend Ron Hyder of Hyder Construction. Ron, hope springs eternal at this time of year, right? But hope is not exactly something you want to count on when you're roofing or remodeling, is it?
Hope is not a roofing strategy. Let's not push it to September and see what happens. A small issue in March becomes a big problem by fall in Seattle. If you're even wondering about your roof, call us at Hyder Construction for a bid. Let's make this the year your house wins something.
Sounds good. 425-771-3515 and HyderConstruction.com.
Huskies rallied from 13 down at 57-44, and they pulled within 1. USC 61, Washington 60 with 8:05 to go in the ballgame. The Dogs doing this despite the fact that Hannes Steinbach has a season-low 7 points right now. He has scored double figures in every game of his college basketball career, but SC hell-bent on not letting the Husky third-team All-Big Ten power forward get going.
Yeah, one thing the guards need to do to help him out is if they're playing a two-man game on a wing, as soon as they throw it into the post, they've got to clear out and allow Hannes to have an opportunity to go one-on-one. Instead, they're sticking around in the area and making it easy for that double to come. And so you clear it out. If the double does come, then you rotate and swing it. But you got to give Hannes more opportunities to touch it, when he can go one-on-one against a defender.
13-3 run for Washington right now as USC inbounds the ball. Woods behind a screen. Offensive foul. A moving screen against Ezra Asar, the senior forward from Atlanta, Georgia. A big, thick 260 pounds. It's a moving screen that hurts, but it'll give the ball back to the Huskies.
And I think that's one that the officials could have called all game long. I mean, he just mows people over while he's attempting to quote-unquote roll to the basket, but it's a moving screen each time.
A chance to reclaim the lead for Washington. Diallo, crossover dribble, gets to the right elbow, now keeps that dribble alive. Mid-range jumper, just a bit too strong. Rebound, Cornish flying in for the board. He'll bring the ball up the floor himself and scoop it back to Marsh. Marsh to the right point for USC, with the Trojans leading by 1. Second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament from Chicago's United Center. Woods, free throw line, kick to Cornish, left wing 3, missed it, and tipped out by Wesley Yates, straight out of bounds. It's going to go back to USC.
Yeah, fortunate though, because Marsh had the inside track on getting that rebound. Wesley goes almost over the top, over the back, didn't really have a chance to corral it, and just tipped it free.
7:28 left in the ball game. Cornish has 10 points for USC, got the start today. He scored the most points in a Big Ten Conference game he's had all year long. Asar high on the right side, handoff Marsh behind a screen, brings it out top, feeds Cornish right side, 10 on the shot clock, freshman Muldrew on him, back out to Marsh with 7, 6, 5, defended by Diallo. Marsh angles left, step back 3 on the left wing, missed it, a weak side rebound grabbed by Cortland Muldrew. Huskies down by 1.
Great defense there, one-on-one, Zoom Diallo locking down Marsh.
Muldrew, crossover, tries to drive, gets around Cornish and gets to the rim with a left-handed layup. The freshman has 5 and the Dogs are up by 1.
Had that arm kind of hanging out there. USC wanted to hook, but great play from Portland.
Woods, floater, no good. Rebound, Hannes Steinbach, his 9th today. And the Dogs slow it up with a 1-point edge, 62-61. Zoom Diallo walks his way across the timeline. Now behind a Steinbach screen, goes to work. Fires a bounce pass inside. Intended for Yates, intercepted by Arenas. 2-on-3. Arenas bowls over Muldrew. Lost the ball and is picked up by Steinbach. Ahead to Kimari Peterson. Hesitates and then explodes up the right sideline. Stops in the front court, and the Huskies will run their half-court set. 20 on the shot clock as Kimari Peterson directing traffic and getting a play from Danny Sprinkle. And now, hold on, we're going to get
foul on Marsh. Zoom Diallo had the smaller Marsh on the block, one-on-one, and Marsh just chucks him in the back, trying to get him off his spot.
Kofi into the ballgame for Arenas for USC, and the Huskies go baseline out of bounds right of the rim with Kimari Peterson doing the throw-in. 6:11 left, 20 on the shot clock. Washington 62, USC 61. Peterson lobs Diallo on the right wing, backs his way in on Cornish. Gets right of the key, jumper up and good. Cornish wanted to take the charge, no whistle comes. Diallo has 15.
Well, I'm a little surprised that wasn't an offensive foul call, but
me too.
Boy, Zoom again in that mid-range, deadly.
Woods with the ball, 3-point game. Huskies on top. Cornish, left wing, lobs it for Asar, but he threw it too high. It goes off the backboard, and it's taken by Peterson. Picked up by Muldrew. Right side to Yates, weaves inside, and then guns it into the backcourt. Muldrew got pushed in the back by Marsh, who picks up the ball. Marsh lays it up, no good. Fight under the basket for the loose ball. Rolls out to the free throw line. Yates picks it up. Tipped away from behind by Marsh. Chases it down in front of the Husky bench, and the call is a foul against USC, I believe. No, on Washington, I believe. I think they're going to get Yates for a push in the back going after Marsh.
Yeah, I would love to see this again where we have a chance to see the replay. Wesley Yates didn't realize that Marsh was behind him there. Oh, and my goodness.
He stepped on his heel. Marsh fell down. The officials thought it was a push.
Well, he puts his hand touches his back is all he did. And Marsh just goes, because of his momentum, goes flying to the baseline, and I'm just going to call it what it is. The official got duped there by that little hand touch.
Well, the Huskies still on a 17-3 run over the last 7 minutes as SC has gone ice cold. They were shooting above 50% not that long ago. Now they're 42% for the game. But Marsh with a 1-and-1 here. Steinbach left block, Yates right block, and Marsh hits the front end of the 1-and-1. 64-62, Washington by 2.
Boy, what a bailout foul that was. My.
No doubt. Marsh at the free throw line, 77% on the season. Diallo and Yates now both have 4 fouls. Muldrew and Steinbach with 3 apiece. Second free throw good. You would assume this will be the 5 that Huskies go with as long as they're eligible.
Yeah, and you got a timeout under 4 media coming, 5:20 on the clock right now. So, that's a great break for Washington.
Diallo out top in a 1-point game. Peterson left wing, feeds the post for Steinbach. Defended by Asar, tries to back his way in, fires it for Muldrew at the right point. Muldrew with the catch, defended by Kofi. Playing cat and mouse, 7 on the shot clock. Jab step, leans in, draws the foul on a three-point play. Kofi leaned in, Muldrew baited him, and Muldrew's going to the free throw line. Now Muldrew started the year 1 of 7 at the stripe, made 6 of his next 7, but he's 0 for 1 today.
Yeah, pretty veteran move for a freshman right there, knowing that the shot clock was winding down, baits him into that with the hesitation and really sells the call.
Washington 64, USC 63. Muldrew at the stripe. First of 3 is good. Wow, what a big shot for the freshman. He's got 6. These two teams, SC with 3 games better on the record, 18-13 compared to Washington's 15-16 mark. Muldrew misses the second, but the Huskies with a better Ken Palm rating, 54 for the Dogs, 77 for USC. Muldrew with a deep breath as he holds the ball on his left hip, takes 1 dribble, 3rd free throw good, so he gets 2 out of 3.
And the Huskies now plus 10 in this second half, Tony. 33-23 in second half scoring.
Just like we've seen so many times before. Woods lobs it up. Assar throws it down. Left of the rim and alley-oop. It's a 1-point game. Washington 66-65.
Yeah, Assar with that big bounce, big body down low. You just can't afford, even in the zone, to allow him to slip on that baseline.
6 points, 7 rebounds for Assar today. Diallo from center circle. Pounds that left-handed dribble, defended by Cornish. USC man-to-man. Diallo head of the key. Right side to Muldrew. Back over to Diallo. Left point 3 for Zoom, and he hits it. The Huskies lead by 4.
Zoom Diallo has just been absolute nails in this ball game.
18 for Zoom Diallo. Cornish driving in on Peterson. Shovels it. Assar for another dunk on the weak side. 69-67 Dogs by 2.
You got to be impressed with Cornish today. I mean, he's made some plays, knocked down some threes, and there with the dribble drive for the easy dish.
Cornish 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And we're under 4 minutes to play the second round of the Big Ten tournament in Chicago, Illinois. Here's Zoom Diallo behind the screen. He'll bring it to the left point with 10 on the shot clock. Now calling for another screen from Steinbach. He takes it, keeps that dribble going with 4, 3, right side to Yates. Sidestep 3 on the way from Wesley. No good. Tip back by Steinbach. Won't go. Rebound USC.
Not a great possession there from Washington.
No.
Zoom took too long to try to get him into what they needed to get.
Zoom held on to the ball for 25 seconds. Here's Woods from the free throw line. Fires it back to Kofi high on the left side with 3:23 to play. Handoff Woods on the left wing. Defended by Wesley Yates. Woods, lefty bounce pass for Kofi, left of the key. 7 on the shot clock as he squares up. Returns it Woods. Woods down to the left corner. Looking to lean in. Fadeaway jumper. Good. Ties the ball game at 69 with 3:07 to go.
Well, that's just a tough shot from Woods. A pretty good defense from Zoom Diallo, but as he recognized the clock was winding down, he faded away there to get it off.
Woods has 17 today. Second most he's had in a game all season long. Only averages 8 points a contest. Had 33 against Iowa. Peterson to the right point. Gives to Steinbach. Now Muldrew left side. 10 on the shot clock. Tie ball game. Muldrew bounces for Steinbach. Kofi defending him. Steinbach into the paint. Goes up. Shot blocked away by Kofi. Zoom from the free throw line. Jumper short. Shot clock violation. It brings us to a stoppage with 2:32 to go. Washington and USC, the 12-13 game. And these two teams, whose season have been split by a hair, are all tied at 69 with 2:32 left in somebody's Big Ten Conference season. Timeout, we'll take it as well. And return in a moment. It's coming up after this word from Banner Bank.
At Banner Bank, we're big Husky fans, so we want you to know you can win big every day at Banner with the award-winning financial services you deserve from people you can trust. Visit any Banner Bank branch or find us at bannerbank.com and see why Banner Bank was named one of America's best regional banks by Newsweek and one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for the 8th year in a row. Banner Bank. Game-changing service, no trick plays. Banner Bank. Member FDIC.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota, like Corolla. Now through March 31st, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Corolla, Corolla Hybrid, or Corolla Cross. Excludes GR Corolla. Or lease a new Corolla Hybrid LE for $259 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. A negotiable doc fee of up to $200 may be added. Call 1-888-48-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app. 2:32 left here in the second round Big Ten Conference Tournament game. 69-69, Washington and USC in their third and final meeting of the season. Huskies took 2 in the regular season. Both of them required big comebacks. And now, after trailing by 13 earlier, the Dogs are all square, but they're playing on defense in a tie ball game. It's time for our Old Dominion Freight Line Best in the Game. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
10 made threes, Tony Castricone. It's a big number for this Washington team. You like their chances anytime they go 10-plus in conference games, actually all season long. Kimari Peterson leading the way, 4 of 9 from 3, but Washington shooting 37% from 3 overall, 10 of 27.
Yeah, and so the Huskies are 4-0 this year when they clear 10 three-pointers made. They're also 1-12 in Big Ten games when they lose points off turnovers, and they're down in that position right now, 10-8. And so, what do you know? We've got a tie ball game because of those two things.
Well, this was supposed to be the best in the game, not the thing that was the worst about the game that you turned it into.
Oh, man. It's been a long season. I guess it's just worn on me a little bit. Sorry to be Debbie Downer. Here's Woods with the ball, giving it to Marsh at the left point, defended by Wesley Yates. Now Woods high on the right side against the 2-3 zone of the Huskies. Woods gets to the mid-post, bounce for Asar, who has another dunk. He's got 10 points on the ball game now. That's the 5th Trojan in double figures.
Yeah, Washington trying to defend that high ball screen. As soon as Woods gets a little dribble penetration, that dump down has been open for USC.
2 minutes left. Dogs down by 2, 71-69. Muldrew left wing to Zoom out top. Give it to Steinbach. Handoff Zoom. Kick to Muldrew. Muldrew back to Zoom. Right point triple. Short. Long rebound. Out of bounds, and it's going to Washington with 20 on the shot clock.
Yeah, that ball ricocheted and carried him hard off the front of the rim, and fortunately USC touched it last. It looked like it was Marsh that got a fingertip on it.
71-69 USC. Huskies inbound the ball to Zoom Diallo on the right wing. 1:43 left here in the second round. Diallo finds Steinbach out top. Give it to Yates on the left wing. Former Trojan drives inside, blocked by Kofi, and a rebound Kofi. The Seattleite comes up with a huge play against the Huskies.
Yates decided to take him on, went right into his body, but that's just a good defensive play from Kofi.
71-69, Trojans by 2. 1:20 left in the ball game. Woods drives inside, floater up with the right hand short. Rebound, Cortland Muldrew. Muldrew flies up the middle of the floor. He'll stop at the top of the key, dribble to the right point. Tries to angle his way in, gets into the black paint, goes up, missed the shot, follows his own miss, back up and in for Cortland Muldrew. He's got 9, ties a career high. We're square at 71. Under a minute to go in Chicago. 71-71. The old Pac-12, the new Big Ten, trying to advance to the third round. Woods, jump stop at the free throw line. Kick to Marsh, deep left wing 3. Air ball, heading out of bounds. Woods saves it in, but he stepped on the end line. And it's going back to the Huskies with 38.7 on the clock.
There's going to be a differential here. Washington's not going to go quick, no question about it. Timeout situation, the Huskies have 2. I'll be curious if Danny Sprinkle decides once the ball's over half court to call a timeout and dial something up.
71-71. Wow. Inbounds goes Zoom Diallo. He will bring it across center court stripe. He will call a timeout. And now Danny Sprinkle has a chance to huddle the troops and draw up exactly what he wants to see here in the final 35.8.
Well, anytime you call a timeout in this situation, while you're getting your set dialed in, you have to expect USC might throw a little trickeration as well. You talk about maybe a high ball screen that they try to trap, so Washington has to be ready for anything. But I really do like that high ball screen action for Washington, trying to get downhill, trying to force the USC defense to collapse. You either get Zoom in that mid-range situation or you kick it out to shooters. But you're more than likely going to see a high ball screen here for Washington.
We've also seen a lot of zone and man from USC over the course of this game, so you got to draw something up for either scenario.
Well, and in that situation too, you know how Eric Musselman wants to play this, because zone then forces Washington to take the clock down. Man probably allows them to speed them up a little bit with a little bit of a trap, try to get Washington into their action quicker than, you know, the 27 seconds on the shot clock.
Husky foul trouble looks like this. Diallo and Yates with 4 apiece. Steinbach and Muldrew have 3 each. And those are the 5 on the floor for Washington, along with Kimari Peterson, who's got 4 made three-pointers today. 12 points on the ball game for Kimari. All 5 of USC's players on the floor are in double figures. 19 for Woods to lead the way for the Trojans. Husky Marching Band is here. And you can hear them blare their brass off to our left.
Little bow down to Washington.
Yeah. Feels good. Haven't heard that on the road in quite some time.
That's right. All right, here we go.
Possession arrow with USC. 71-71 the score, 35.8 on the clock. Huskies have the basketball. Both teams are in the 1-1. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. Corey Giles got to cut those guys off. All right, finally does. Inbound Zoom Diallo. We got about a 9-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Let's see what Danny Sprinkle dials up. USC in a man-to-man. Diallo taking the air out of the ball. Back at center circle with 25 seconds left in the ball game. Tied at 71 in the second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Zoom Diallo with 10 on the shot clock. Goes to work at the right point, defended by Cornish. Spins his way into the paint. Mid-range jumper on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Fight for the loose ball. It's tipped out. Picked up by Kofi for USC. 8 seconds left, and USC calls a timeout with 8.1 on the clock.
Well, they got the one-on-one matchup that they wanted. It was Zoom Diallo. No high ball screen that time, but just going one-on-one against Cornish, and boy, just hits that back of the rim. Washington not able to secure it. So, you know, what you're most worried about in this situation, if you're Washington, is fouling. It's not about the rotations or USC doing anything else, but fouling in this situation where you give them a cheap one at the free throw line with you know, let's call it 3-4 seconds on the clock.
Well, there's 8.1 on the clock right now. 71 all the score. Washington and USC. Again, possession arrow is with the Trojans, and the Trojans have the basketball. Man, this has been such a gritty team all season long. They've come back from enormous deficits. They've overcome so much adversity, Jason Hamilton. You want so badly for them and the culture that Danny Sprinkle is trying to build for the young players on this team to be able to have their postseason extend and get those reps in these invaluable situations that you only find yourself in so rarely.
Yeah, and especially after the way that Washington, you know, lost the game against Oregon, to come into this one and get a win would be huge for all the reasons that you said, and then also just to keep the season alive, to have a chance and an opportunity to play Wisconsin, and you know, that next 40 minutes everybody wants to play, you know, their next game. And you know, this is now a defensive situation with 8.1 on the clock.
Cornish to inbound the ball in the backcourt. It's stationary on the right sideline. And Zoom Diallo is going to sag off. Cornish to inbound it to Woods with 8 seconds left. Winner plays Wisconsin tomorrow. Woods from the top of the key, defended by Peterson. Woods, left elbow jumper, fade away, rattles out, tipped out by Steinbach. We're headed to overtime in Chicago at the Big Ten Conference second round.
What a play, two plays actually. The one-on-one defense from Kimari Peterson right there on Woods to force a tough shot. But then the carom, it looked like Kofi was going to have a tip back, thinking it was going to be an easy 2, but Hannes Steinbach flies from out of nowhere to get that block.
To simply tip the ball away, and he's not getting credit for a 10th rebound on the game, but he should. Hannes Steinbach with a massive defensive play for the Huskies and put 5 more minutes on the board here at the United Center. We've got overtime in Chicago. We'll take a 1-minute network overtime floater break and return in a moment. 71-71, Washington and USC. This is Husky basketball from Learfield.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're a UW fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to Husky Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and Husky Mobile contributes to UW Athletics every time you pay your monthly bill. No contract, no hidden fees, no reason to wait. Switch now to the only phone plan built for Husky Nation and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit GoHuskyMobile.com. That's GoHuskyMobile.com.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota, like the best-selling Tacoma. Now through March 31st, get 2.99 APR financing on new 26 Tacomas. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a 26 Tacoma TRD Off-Road for $389 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. A negotiable dock fee of up to $200 may be added. Call 1-888-48-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
5 minutes on the clock. Overtime in Chicago. Washington and USC tied at 71. Jason, there's nothing like postseason overtime basketball. It's been a wild and crazy year, but you kind of love that it's just going to be mano a mano against an old West Coast foe for a chance to continue your postseason run.
Yeah, and who would have thunk overtime? I mean, this game was it was shaping up to be that last possession type thing where somebody's heart was going to get broken, and that may still happen. But Washington with a huge defensive stop right there with 8.1 on the clock. And now an extra 5 minutes to decide it all.
The Huskies came back from 13 down, Jason. They were trailing 57-44 with 13 minutes left in the game, maybe 13 minutes left in the season. But, boy, they hit the accelerator.
They did. And give the guys on the floor a lot of credit. I know, Cortland Muldrew is playing a bunch in this stretch. But, I mean, this is basically the starters and Cortland taking Washington through most of the second half and just being very, very gritty about it.
And having to play with a lot of foul trouble. 4 against Diallo, 4 against Yates, 3 on Steinbach, 3 on Muldrew. Peterson's the other one out there who only has 1 foul committed in this ballgame. But the Dogs don't have many more to give, so they're going to have to play really sound defense, no moving screens. And in overtime, away we go. Huskies control the tap. Wesley Yates just lost the ball, but Diallo got to it and was able to tip it back to Yates. And now Cortland Muldrew will set it up from center circle. The team that scores first in overtime wins a majority of overtime basketball games. Muldrew with the ball high on the right side, 10 on the shot clock. Give it to Wesley Yates at the left point. Defended by Marsh in the USC man-to-man. He'll drive left to the key, a hesitation move, fadeaway jumper, air ball, caught under the basket by Marsh, rebound USC.
Not a great possession there to start the overtime, And I think Wesley Yates had Zoom Diallo in the corner if he wanted to give it up.
Woods with the ball out top, finds Marsh high on the right side, who's got 9 rebounds tonight. Back to Woods, who splits defenders, floater on the way, good. SC strikes first.
Well, I thought Woods traveled there. It looked like he picked the ball up and then took 2. But as you said, getting downhill and scoring first, huge.
Diallo trying to answer. Give it to Muldrew. Pump fake on a right wing 3. Brings it toward the top. Return to Diallo on the right side. Defended by Cornish. Diallo lowers the shoulder. Gets to the Big Ten logo. In trouble. Needs a teammate. Wraparound pass to Steinbach. Reverse layup good for Hannes. He's got 9 and 9.
Not pretty there from Zoom Diallo, but he was able to squirt that ball down low and gets that 10th assist.
Yeah. Phenomenal from Zoom Diallo. And we're tied at 73 with 3:37 to go. Woods at the right point, defended by Wesley Yates. Bounce for Marsh, left wing. No, he's going to drive inside, muscle it up with the left hand, score plus the foul. Muldrew picks up his 4th.
Now that's the second time that Cortland Muldrew in this game slides underneath an elevated player. And, you're trying to make it difficult. I understand that. But even on the time, every time we see the kick out from Marsh, he's going to try to draw that foul.
4 on Diallo, Yates, and Muldrew. 3 on Steinbach. as Marsh goes to the free throw line. Marsh 2 for 2 today. He's got 12 points. On the season, a 77% free throw shooter. Jordan Marsh hoists it up there and almost rolled off, but it goes through. 76-73.
That's the second time he's deadened the ball off the flange. Once on a three, which is huge, and they're on that free throw.
Zoom Diallo up the right sideline. Into the front court for the Huskies. Brings it between the rings. Diallo bouncing for Steinbach. Right of the key. Backing his way in on Asar. Cross-court pass to Muldrew. Extra pass to Yates. Pump fake on a three. Yates angles in. In trouble. Leans in. Floater good. Wesley Yates has 15.
Way to step through there. That's the only way he was able to create enough space, is using that pivot foot and stepping through the defense.
3 minutes left in overtime, number one. USC 76, Washington 75. Woods out top. Defended by Kimari Peterson. Huskies going man-to-man. Drive down to the left block. Kick out top to Kofi. 10 to shoot. Handoff Cornish behind a screen. Dartmouth transfer. Angles in to the rim. Shot swatted by Steinbach into the hands of Peterson. Huskies get it back down by one. Up the right sideline, Diallo dribbling head up behind a Steinbach screen. Dribbles right into the right corner. Fires to Peterson. Back to Diallo. Pump fake on a three. And Diallo surveys. Back out to Muldrew. Top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Return to Diallo right side. Feed the post for Steinbach. Back to Diallo. Two-man game. Diallo splits defenders. Pumps it up and scores. And the Huskies have the lead back 77-76.
Good unselfish pass there from Hannes Steinbach. He didn't keep it knowing the double was coming. Got it out of his hands to Zoom Diallo.
20 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds for Zoom Diallo. 77-76 Washington. Woods drives. And a foul called against, I think, Kimari Peterson. Yes, they will call Kimari for his second, with Washington ahead by a point.
Tell you what, it's been tough sledding for Washington to contain on the perimeter. The dribble drive penetration from USC, whether that's Marsh, Woods, Cornish even, has really made it hard for this defense tonight.
And so Woods back to the free throw line, where he's 2 for 4 today, but he's been the star player for USC. 21 for Cam Woods. Shoots, and he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebound Kimari Peterson. Handoff Zoom Diallo. And the Huskies with a 1-point edge and under 2 minutes to go in overtime will set their offense into motion. They'll take the air out of the ball, actually, is at center circle, defended tightly. Marsh will come and get a faux screen from Peterson. Diallo with 10 on the shot clock. Wants to go one-on-one against Cornish. Starts to his left. Crossover right. Lowers the shoulder. Jumper. No. And a rebound grabbed by USC.
Boy, in and out right there for Zoom.
Woods. Backdoor bounce to Asar. Fouled by Wesley Yates. His day is done.
Well, in transition, once again, USC pushes the ball off the miss and has always been putting pressure on Washington, in that transition. And as you said, that'll be it for Wesley Yates, as Nikola Japina is going to come into this one.
15 points, 4 rebounds in 39 minutes for Wesley Yates. Peterson, Diallo, and Steinbach have all played 42 minutes today. Huskies have 7 scholarship players available. And now at the free throw line, Asar, one of the best free throw shooters as far as attempts, 19th in the nation in attempts, misses the first of 2, 68% on the year. 1 point Washington leads, 77-76. A second free throw coming for Ezra Asar. Hoisted up there, he goes 0 for 2. And a rebound for Hannes Steinbach, his 10th of the ballgame. 9 points, 10 rebounds for Hannes. Zoom Diallo with the Dogs up by 1, 77-76. Diallo behind the Steinbach screen. Gives it Japina high on the left side. Now Muldrew takes over on the left wing. Give it to Diallo high on the right with 9 to shoot. Works his way into the corner. Diallo, double team comes. Kick to Peterson, right wing 3. Bullseye! Kimari, clutch! Welcome back to Chicago, young man. 15 for Peterson. Dogs by 4. Woods left wing. Gives it to Kofi. Handoff Woods. Drives the baseline. Kick into the corner. Cornish with the grab. Tipped away from behind by Muldrew. Cornish regathers with 15 to shoot. Woods out top. Defended by Steinbach. Angles in to the left. Foul. Throws it in. Scores in 1.
Why?
And I think it was Peterson again.
It was one of those things where you're just trying to dig down, but you get the grab on the arm right there and allows the three-point opportunity. But Washington had it right there in their grasp and now have to just grind it out. Kimari Peterson on the dig down gets Woods.
Washington at 80, USC 78, and Woods to the free throw line. 23 points on the ball game for Woods, who's a 63% free throw shooter on the year, and he hits that one to pull SC within one. SC will press up. Hannes Steinbach runs the baseline, gets it into Peterson. No real trap here. He'll share it with Diallo. 7-second difference between the shot and the game clock. Diallo across the time, tipped away from behind by Woods, into the backcourt. Diallo chases it down. Now he's trapped. Ball tipped out of bounds, and they're giving it to USC. A turnover for Zoom Diallo as the double team trapped him in the backcourt, and Washington with a 1-point lead. And Danny Sprinkle's obviously going to use his challenge.
It looked like, at least in live play, it looked like it went off of Zoom. And so we're going to get a chance maybe to see an angle here in the building, but it looked like it rolled off of Zoom's leg.
It was jarred loose by Woods. It was a good defensive play as he came up from behind. Diallo fronted by Cornish. Woods comes from behind, uses both hands to kind of try to grab the ball toward himself, but then it rolls out of bounds away from them on the right sideline. And boy, that ping-ponged around so many times between his knee, Woods' knee, Diallo's shin. I'm just not sure who the last to touch it was.
Well, and Danny Sprinkle was running up the sideline when Zoom had possession and was trying to call the timeout.
Yeah, that's what you can see on the replay clearest of all, is Danny is calling a timeout while Diallo has possession, but the officials did not recognize it. And now the ball ping-pongs between Diallo and Woods, and the question is, who did it touch last as it rolls out of bounds?
Well, the hope is that the DV Sport has a much better angle than what we're seeing from the television type copy, because we're really only seeing the same from behind angle. Now, the cameras are behind us, looking across the court at the benches, and so there might not be, unless there's a sideline view, a better angle, and then it becomes, well, what was the call on the floor?
Yeah.
And the call on the floor was USC ball, so this is going to be, obviously a critical call. Washington up 80-79, 23.9 seconds to go. This could take a while.
And USC has the possession arrow as well. Here in this second round Big Ten Conference Tournament game, we're in overtime number 1. Huskies battled back from 13 down against USC. And again, Woods comes up from behind Diallo up that right sideline. The ball does definitely touch Diallo, but then Woods touches it again. I would not be surprised if this was Washington's ball.
Yeah, it looks like it goes off the knee. It glances off the knee at the very end. It hits Zoom's knee, then Karam's down, and then it looks like it bounces because you see the direction in which the ball is going. It's traveling up the court.
Away from Woods.
Away from Woods, which would, again, it has to be conclusive, but it looks like that should be Washington's ball.
Well, the three officials are now huddled in a circle. Paul Sells, Earl Walton, Mike Littlewood, trying to determine what they want to do here. Is this clear enough to overturn, or are they going to go with the call on the floor? Let's listen. Well,
love to hear this call. It's kind of important.
Yeah. They're going to say ruling stands, which to me implies they really just didn't have enough evidence to overturn it, right? So now the Huskies got to stand on defense again. 24.2 on the clock. Dogs lead 80-79 against USC at the second round of the Big Ten tournament. Cornish up the sideline, inbounds to Kofi, the Seattle native, has 14 tonight. Handoff for Woods, the star player for SC today with 24. He drives on Steinbach, lost it on the way up, regathers under the basket, tries a shot, missed it, rebound Diallo, and a foul against USC as Diallo grabs his 7th board of the ball game. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists for Zoom Diallo, and he'll go to the free throw line with 11.4 to go to try to make it a 3-point game.
Very fortunate, because Woods right there should have been called for a travel. No one touches the ball. He takes 2 dribbles, it comes out of his hands, and he picks it up again. That's got to be Washington's ball. Instead, he gets a shot up. Unfortunately for the Dogs, that does not go down, and Zoom has a chance to put Washington up 3.
Diallo 83% at the line on the season and on the day. This a 1-and-1. Man, a big free throw from Zoom goes through. 81-79 Washington here in overtime number 1. 11.4 on the clock. Zoom Diallo will try a second one to make it a 3-point ball game. Can the Huskies get a 3-game sweep against the Trojans in 2026? Shot up and good for Zoom Diallo. 22 for Zoom, 82-79. SC to inbound the basketball.
Does Washington foul here?
Woods up the left sideline. Timeout, Eric Musselman. He'll use his last. 8 seconds left.
Up 3, USC would be in a 1-and-1 situation if Washington decides to foul, as opposed to allowing USC to have the opportunity to take a 3. Now, 8 seconds on the clock. Eric Musselman might say, we're going to go quick, try to get an easy 2, and then play defense and foul again. That certainly could happen, but Washington's got to be thinking also strategically here. If USC winds this thing down, will they try to foul and put USC at the line for a 1-and-1?
Well, they didn't foul Saturday and got burned in almost an identical situation. Up by 3 with 11 seconds left. Here they're up by 3 with 8 seconds left, 82-79.
The difference in that one was they had fouls to give. They only had 5 team fouls. This one would actually put USC at the line, but you know, it's a pressure-packed type decision. But again, it really just depends what USC tries to do. If they try to go quick, you might see Washington elect to play straight up.
What a game we've had here today. And what a game by Woods. Had 33 in a game against Iowa earlier this year. Other than that, only 5 games in double figures all season long. He randomly drops 24 for USC today to keep the Trojans in it. But the Huskies have battled from 13 down here in this second round game, and now looking for one defensive stand. Cornish to inbound it. Huskies up by 3. Inbounds goes to Marsh. He'll try it on the right wing. Hoists up a 3. Missed it. Rebound. Hannes Steinbach with 2.4 on the clock. And Steinbach to the free throw line with 9 points and 11 rebounds today, with a chance to seal it and send the Huskies to the third round.
Well, boy, oh boy. This is just a wild game. Just a wild game.
Steinbach. It'll be a 1-and-1. On the 9th team foul against USC. Flips it up and in, and there's a double-double for Hannes Steinbach. His 21st of the season, and most importantly, it is now a 2-possession game with 2.4 on the clock. Second shot from Hannes. No good. Rebound Kofi. Ahead to Cornish. He fumbles it out of bounds with 0.2 on the clock. And the Huskies live to play on in Chicago. The Dogs with an 83-79 lead on USC with 0.2 to go.
Danny Sprinkle over there with a huge fist pump. Boy, what a win.
The Huskies survive and advance at the United Center in Chicago. The Dogs come back from 13 down with 13 minutes left maybe in the season, and they'll play 40 more minutes against Wisconsin tomorrow. Washington 83, USC 79 in overtime. The Dogs send the Trojans down 3 straight times this year. What a year. What a wild game. And Washington will see it continue against the Wisconsin Badgers coming up tomorrow. Our post-game coverage coming up next.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're a UW fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to Husky Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and Husky Mobile contributes to UW Athletics every time you pay your monthly bill. No contract, no hidden fees, no reason to wait. Switch now to the only phone plan built for Husky Nation and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit GoHuskyMobile.com. That's GoHuskyMobile.com.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Husky basketball in the Big Ten Tournament.
To work. Off the glass. Got it and one.
On the Washington Sports Network from Learfield.
UW-Medicine is the only health system in Washington where a top-rated medical school and a research powerhouse are directly connected to your care. That means the doctors caring for you are the same people advancing medical research and teaching the next generation of outstanding physicians. From wellness checks to complex surgeries, we're committed to providing you with the best care every day. UW-Medicine, a higher degree of healthcare.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This is the Postgame Show on the Washington Sports Network from Learfield. Let's head back to courtside. Here's Tony Castricone.
For the third time this year, the Huskies defeat the USC Trojans, and they get their first ever Big Ten Conference Tournament win, 83-79 in overtime. And we're now joined here on the Postgame Show by head coach Danny Sprinkle. Coach, congratulations. You found yourself in the same position you did in all these other games, down by 13 minutes left, and you put together an epic rally. How'd you do it?
It is. Like, these guys, they just – I don't even know what to say about them. I really don't. Like, when there was about 12 minutes left, I just wrote on the board in the timeout, I was like, adversity. I was like, it hasn't defined you all year. Don't let it define you right now. Like, it hasn't. No matter players quitting, players getting injured, like, all the travel, like, it doesn't matter. Like, this group, they just keep coming back, man. Like, they keep even surprising me. But it just shows the belief that they have in each other. And it just started with getting a couple stops. I thought Zoom was terrific in that second half. And not just him, Cortland, Kamari. Everybody scored. Everybody got a rebound.
Coach, what is it about second halves in USC and Washington this year?
I don't know, but hopefully it keeps up. I don't know. It's crazy because they're so